I mean,
Oh
does
my
a
gosh,
ranged weapon really
Folly's
need a
trick is
verbal
great.
component?
I'll probably give the rundown of what we're going to be doing as soon as we're all ready.
Yep.
And then we'll pass the talking stick around.
Yep.
Welcome in, everyone. Welcome, welcome.
We got our
You love how
shoes on
Slurp goes giant when speaking? That's just, that was Slurp's idea.
Slurp did that.
I have no say in what I become.
Welcome in,
You
Nello.
literally did that yourself.
Hey, you have no powers in what I become unless you force change the PNG.
I mean, I can't just get rid of you.
Yeah.
Banished into the void.
Welcome in, guys. While we're
Blasting off like
talking,
Team Rocket.
I'm just gonna be skilling in
I
RuneScape
wish I could add
if you see me
the,
looking down, okay? But yeah, today we're gonna be talking about video games.
What?
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 Sorry, my chat just said something that confused me. He said, yes, Artman, the ranged weapon needs a quippy one-liner before delivering the final shot.
Is it because of the Goomba?
No, Folly said you've unmuted us. You said we're no longer inflicted with the status of mute, and I'm like, does a ranged weapon really need a verbal component?
Yes, you gotta say your super powerful move. The
I
name.
mean, that's just... you have to say your ultimate attack.
Exactly.
Just not as effective otherwise.
Okay, as
Buster shot.
as a test, what is everyone's ultimate attack? Starting with Slurp.
Okay.
Yes.
What does yes do? I mean, you add the S to the ye, but what does that add?
I have no idea. You put me on the spot here, Q.
Well, yes. That's kind of what I do. We're improving.
It works. Yes.
Okay. Folly, what's your ultimate?
What's my ultimate? I'm thinking big portal opens up beneath someone and they get pulled in. That's my ultimate.
By what? Gravity?
Big tentacles.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How about Call of the Abyss?
Hell yeah. Yep, that's it.
All of the abyss.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. Isaac, your turn?
Everything gets frozen.
Is that the name, or is that just what happens?
That's what happens.
It's both the name and what happens.
Everything gets frozen! I mean, very accurate. Right on the nose.
Everything
Pulling
on
a
the
page
planet.
from Pokemon.
Everything
page from
in the surrounding area, too. Maybe the whole galaxy.
Heck yeah.
Glaciate.
Take down one person.
I mean, have you seen Sephiroth's attack?
Death of the universe.
Yeah, I've seen Sephiroth's attack. You know, the big bad guy who wants to kill everyone.
Now you reminded me of that one awkward zombie comic where a level 100 Gyarados uses Hyper Beam on a level 1 Pidgey.
Oh my
It's
goodness.
carnage and devastation. Pidgey fainted.
Yeah. Alright, Artman, what's your ultimate attack?
The standard version is Paint Shot, which fires oil-based paint. The charged version is Art Bomb, which is a gigantic laser fireworks display.
Nice.
That's sick.
Awesome. What about you, Q?
Oh, what's my ultimate attack?
Yeah.
My ultimate attack is welcoming everyone to our current stream. We're going to be streaming video games today that we've enjoyed over the year. Is everyone excited and ready to get started?
I just hit record.
I call that
Yeah.
a segue.
So basically, Q's power is this is your host.
Yes. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about the various video games we played over the year because I have played an excessive amount of video games this year. I played literally every single video game that I wanted to play this year, which is the first time I've ever done that. And I wanted to do something like a top 10, but then I didn't want to do that. I wanted to talk with my friends, and some of them are here.
Why would you
Hello.
want to talk to friends?
Video
I know.
games.
Slurp were co-workers at best. Anyway,
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry, that was me. But yeah, we're going to be just chatting about the games we have played this year. Whether or not you enjoy that kind of thing, let us know. And be sure to tell everyone else to hydrate. Unlike me, I don't have a hydrate button.
That's what we have Muffinberry for, though.
He's currently suspended.
I did
What?
it earlier, though, so I win.
What did Muffinberry do to get suspended from school?
Well, he's currently upside down.
Oh.
He's suspended in animation.
He's in
Literally
Australia.
True.
Anyway, we're going to be starting things off by talking, because not everyone here has played every single game this year, but we've all played games that we missed out on in the past. So why don't we begin by talking about the games we have played in the past that we want to give a shout out to. To start things off, do you think I should begin, or do one of you want to begin?
Okay, not going first.
You can begin.
Alright.
You're the host.
Fair enough. All right. So the series I want to talk about right now is Pikmin. I've actually never played most of the Pikmin series before this point. Had a really bad introduction to the series, but over the time I've just really enjoyed it, and I don't really know how to express that. It was just fun getting it, just trying something brand new, something I've never played before. And this game about just doing a real-time strategy game, I don't want to phrase, it's just felt good to play, and I wanted to share that with everyone, and I actually got to with my streams. That's the big point why we're talking about it together, is that we all got to experience something new. So what is something you got to experience with the games that you have played over the year? Let's start with Artman.
Not quite the topic I was ready to talk about with new experiences. I was just going to give a shout out to a couple of the smaller games I've played that I would recommend as fun little time wasters. Of course, one of them being the one I'm playing on stream right now, Merchant of the Skies. It starts off slow, but once you really get things going, it's a really fun logistical game where you can actually set up caravans to do things like supplying islands with resources. And another game in the same vein that, well, I don't know if it's in the exact same vein, but a game called Loop Heroes also really fun. I love that these games you can just pick up and play them at any time, and if you suddenly find yourself needing to do something, it's as easy as saying save and quit, and you can pick up right where you left off without having to worry, oh, did I remember to do this? Did I forget to do that?
And I've also played Loop Hero. Has anyone else played Loop Hero in this group?
No, this is
No.
the first time I'm hearing about it.
Loop Hero is exactly what it says. It's about trying to create a fun gameplay loop, and the more you actually do complete these laps around the field, you get more and more powerful until you ultimately have to square off against the boss. It's a very simple game that quickly turns into something chaotic, even though the gameplay is so simple.
Oh,
I
yes.
also very much enjoyed that game, and that is another recommendation. Isaac, what's a game that you have played this year that did not come out this year though?
So like a game from like last year.
Or any year? Just
Oh,
what's from the olden times that you have played?
Oh my gosh, there's so many older games I have played. I don't know. It's kind of just hard to pick one. There have been many games I've enjoyed. Um, but I guess I could say Thousand Year Door, because I never got to properly beat that game as a kid, or when I was like younger, because the game got scratched at some point. So
I have been there.
yeah,
Yeah,
I think
same.
I don't know. I only had to like experience up to like chapter 7, to be honest.
Oh, and you even made it far before that happened then.
No, I don't think it was even my fault. I think I just might have saw my dad playing it, like the train chapter.
Everything just
Um,
gets foggy.
yeah. I think where I was in that game, like as a kid, was like maybe around like chapter 5 or something myself. Um, but yeah, it wasn't until like many years later, like a few years ago, like sometime during the pandemic, I think, um, where we did get like a new copy that wasn't scratched, so we could actually play it, and I did beat the game, and I enjoyed it. I was like, yes, I'm so happy I get to play this game. I had like a lot of nostalgia for it, but never got to properly beat.
Cool.
All right. Next, Folly, would you like to talk about a game you have played recently that is not from this year before we get into the games we have played from this year?
Hmm. I think the one that caught me off guard the most was Slime Rancher. I knew that everyone had said that I would be into Slime Rancher, but yeah, so I only played it this year. And I haven't played 2 yet. I know that's early access. But Slime Rancher 1 was such a nice little, just such a lovely little experience, I think. Actually, I forgot about this. I was gonna maybe consider speedrunning it, because the speedrun is really good.
Oh, really? What's
Yeah.
that seem like? Just jumping over everything and speed? Like, what counts as beating that game? Collecting all the diary pieces or collecting a certain amount of plorts?
Collecting I think the final diary entry, and then you go back to your home and you get like the credits.
Oh yeah, you have to, you get it like a few days later, so it's just speed run to the end and then comatose yourself.
Yep, exactly.
Oh my goodness.
But yeah, Slime Rancher was so good. It had this like lovely little kind of sad story that really got to me. But at the same time, it was I could see myself like min-maxing in that game. And also it was just cute as well.
Yeah, it was an adorable game.
Yeah.
I still go back to that one from time to time.
Yeah, I should go back to it too. Well, No, I think I'll wait until 2 comes out officially, and then I might check out Slime Rancher 2. But yeah, I highly recommend Slime Rancher 1.
Otherwise, I have been playing Slime Rancher 2 just from now and again. I haven't played it since 0.2 got released, and now it's up to 0.3.
Oh, yeah.
So, very excited to see how that game's going. I hear they added weather, which may
Weather.
not sound too impressive to some people. But when it starts raining actual slimes in a game about collecting slimes, it can get a little hectic.
Oh yeah, especially with the tars.
Yeah.
Because it's not just rain, it's a lot of things. And lastly, Slurp.
By recommendation of a certain someone, I have to play.
What happened to
Persona.
you?
What do you mean?
Oh my god, sorry. You caught me off guard. Okay.
Start again.
Let's take that from the top. What did you play from the previous years?
By recommendation of a certain someone, I had to play Persona. It is
Yes.
good. It takes forever.
Wait, why do you
Yeah.
wobbly?
I haven't beat it yet. I still have to beat it. Because after my computer restart, I have to re-download it. I haven't gone to it again.
Are you
I'll
talking
get into
about?
it someday.
Are you talking about Persona 5?
Yes.
He's playing Persona
Oh,
5
yeah.
Royal, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, just quick aside, Q got me a copy of it on the PlayStation 3, and I had gotten pretty much to the end of the game, but one of the dungeons made me put the game down for a while, and they had him and another friend that had to basically beat me over the head and say, go back to the game, you're not done.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Essentially, he got upset because the bad guys were being very bad.
How dare they? How dare they be bad?
Well, it wasn't just that, the dungeon itself was kind of tedious as well.
Okay, I'm going to say this is the most non-spoiler way to say that. He did just get through the boat,
Yee.
The boat.
and the boat kind of broke him.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
So
The
he was close
boat.
to the end. He just had to strap in for the last 2 hours.
But yeah, it's a good game. I recommend it. Just you probably need don't need a life to play it though.
my
Hey,
goodness.
Can I slightly change the subject?
yes.
Going to games that we're looking forward to, is anyone thinking of playing it's Persona 3 remake, isn't it?
Yeah, Persona 3
Yeah.
Reload, that's on my list of, when we do talk about all the games that we're excited to come out next year and beyond, I am going to be getting Persona 3 Reload, and I have mixed opinions on it already. Who would like to hear
Same.
about them?
Yep, go for it.
Oh,
Or do you want to wait until we get to that segment?
No, we're already talking about Persona. I'll
Okay.
just cross it off the list of things we've already talked about. But Persona 3 Reload is going to be an interesting subject because despite the fact that it's coming out many years after Persona 3, for those of you who are unaware, after Persona 3 launched, we also had Persona 3 FES, which added an epilogue, and Persona 3 Portable, which added the ability to play as a female character. So
Yeah.
you're probably wondering, since they're remaking the game, are they going with the FES version and adding the epilogue, or are they going with the portable version and adding the female main character? And the answer's neither. We're just
Oh,
getting
boy.
a completely another Persona 3. So now we'll have 3 completely different versions of the game and no definitive one.
wild.
Yeah, that's kind of
So yes,
nuts.
I am excited for Persona 3, but my god, we just want one game.
Yeah, because like I kind of like the vibe of Persona 3, having never played any of the Persona games, and I would have loved to have experienced it this way, but now I'm kind of like, should I just go back and play one of the extended versions instead? It's like if they remade Persona 5 but they didn't include the royal stuff, right?
It would be like if not only did they not include the royal stuff, it would be as if they had another Persona 5 game that had things that Royal did not. And you were just like, wouldn't it be cool if both of these were together? And then they just come out and say, no.
Yeah.
I will say I highly recommend Persona 5. If you are not familiar with the Persona series, if you're going back to Persona 3, my warning is that it is a difficult game. It is unfair. It expects you to know what you're doing because I'm sorry, when I have to tell people, okay, it's really important that you pay attention to the phase of the moon when you are fusing things together,
Oh,
that's when I
boy.
start thinking the game is a little complicated.
Wild.
No, you see, you can only fuse this guy during a full moon during this month, specifically only if you're this level between this and that level. If your demon is a little bit higher, I'm sorry, you're getting something else.
Oh,
That
jeez.
sounds overly complicated, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm just like, just get, if you just want the Persona experience, get 5, Royal, specifically Royal. There's no reason to go back to the previous version now.
Okay.
And in fact, they don't even have the original on PC or anything. It's all Royal.
Oh, that's
Only
interesting.
Royal.
Like, you can only get the original version if you have a PS3 or PS4. But if you have PC, Switch, Xbox, those are Royal only. And they're all good, but just getting back to topic, I will say I recommend Persona 3 Reload. It does look like it's adding a lot of quality of life to the game. It's adding even more cutscenes, even though it's not adding the FES stuff, and it's not adding the portable stuff. It still seems to be adding stuff, so
Yeah.
you're getting a new version.
And it looks awesome.
It's tiring.
What if, like, a year later, what was the company that publishes it? Or
Atlas.
Whatever, that does it? Atlas?
Yeah.
What if, like, a year later, they're just like, all right, here's the definitive edition of the remake?
That's what I reckon they're
yeah.
gonna do.
Yeah, people are saying, what if they add a DLC? I'm sorry, there's no reason to add a female main character DLC. Could you imagine that going well in 2024? the year of our Lord. 2024, just giving everyone. I'm sorry, I'm baffled by the thought of playing a Pokemon game and them saying, "Hello, boy, $5 more for girl, please."
Oh my god.
Ew.
That's what I was thinking,
assignment
though.
surgery.
I was thinking if they... Oh my gosh, learn changes PNG again.
He
when
rotates.
talks. It was wobbly and now it rotates. Okay, before I get distracted by that, so yeah, when you were talking about like adding girl as DLC, I was thinking of like how the first gen was just boy only.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, it would not go well for Pokemon if they went $5 for girl, and because Persona 3 created entirely new social links for girls, like if you were playing as the girl, you would get a completely new set of social links. Most of them would be the same, but like anyone you could date as a boy, now that you're a girl, you have to date girls. Or no, I'm sorry, now that you're a girl, you have to date boys.
Lesbian.
Oh, boo.
No, I'm sorry. No. You want a same sex romance in a Persona game? Sorry, Alice, don't roll like that yet.
Rip. What was the one guy from Persona 4? Rip them.
No, that Kanji is not actually gay. That
No, I meant what was his name? The brown-haired guy.
oh Yosuke.
Yeah, Yosuke.
Dude, that guy sucks. Anyway, let's move on before I irritate the Persona fan base. Eddie sucks. Anyway, moving on to games that we enjoyed this year. Unless Slurp. No, wait, Slurp did say Persona. That's how we got started.
Yeah, he did mine.
Sorry, I forgot. I'm checking everyone off the list. I forgot to check you off.
Now Slurp is a three-way circle thing.
He's a what?
He's shifting.
When he was talking, he was like, there was three of him rotating in a circle.
I didn't see him.
What do you mean? This is perfectly normal.
What are you doing, man?
Nothing. What do you mean? I'm just talking to you guys. Doing this.
Look, I know I have a Mario theme, but you don't have to be a wrestler, okay?
This is highly entertaining.
All right. Now we get to talk about games that we have played this year and that we enjoyed immensely. Whether they be actually good games or there's something about them that we enjoy in particular, something about ourselves that we resonate with. Whatever spiritual, mental, or physical connection you have with the game, please don't let it be physical. What did you guys enjoy? Starting with Artman this time.
Okay.
Okay, so we're talking about games from this year that we liked.
Specifically this year.
I know I've played a couple of them, but right now the only one that's coming to mind is Tears of the Kingdom. Oh my god, yes, they did a really good job on this one.
What about it in particular made it better, especially because it's a sequel? What did they improve on for the people?
For the people.
For those in the back.
For me personally, it was the Ultra Hand mechanic and being able to make all these wacky gadgets that you could do just about anything with. The shrines were fun and varied, especially the battle puzzles where you could make said machines to just rip through hordes of I forget what they're called, the bots.
You can just say enemies.
The enemies. I really loved with the exception of the Fire Temple, I loved what they did with the dungeons and the powers that you got afterwards.
Yeah.
And basically they built two separate worlds above and below the mainland that were just, well, Sky was a little barren. You had to build a flying machine for it or jump from the sky towers, but the depths, oh yeah, there was so much to explore down there. Yeah, it was so much fun.
Abyss.
Does anyone have anything to add to Tears of the Kingdom?
I wanted to play Tears of the Kingdom, did not get the chance to this year.
So good, because added so much freedom to the game.
Slurp.
What about you, Folly? Was that a game you got to play this year?
Yes, I've been meaning to stream it, even though like it's not, it's not cool anymore. It's not the game everyone's playing at the moment. But
It's Zelda, it's always cool. It's like Mario.
Yeah,
There's always the market.
that's true. But yeah, everything that Artman said, yes, I agree. the culture of everyone playing at the same time and discovering new things was, you know, awesome. That's with most games, when everyone is playing a game at the same time and everyone's discovering new stuff, and like everyone encountering a certain enemy at the same time, and showing their friends and stuff like that. And the
It's
story
a real
was,
sense of community.
yeah. The story made me cry a lot. But I will say this. I feel like there were so many loose ends in the story that could easily warrant DLC. And
And
they,
we're not getting it.
yeah. But that means that we're not getting like master mode either, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, I would have really loved to see gold enemies.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that they'll be like, surprise, we lied to you. We actually are doing DLC. So we'll see
I
what
would like that
happens.
too. I would very much like that too.
Yeah.
If we're talking specifically Tears of the Kingdom, I have to bring up my favorite part of the game, and that is actually the fuse mechanic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that.
When it comes to the fuse mechanic, it seems like one of the lesser powers of the game. To be honest, like you stick thing to other sting and hit thing with thing. The end. But also what it did was it allows players, no matter how it solved a big part of the durability system, where it used to make, where in the old durability system of Breath of the Wild, when you lost your good weapon, it was the worst thing ever. You had to go get new good weapons. Meanwhile, in Tears of the Kingdom, you made all of your weapons. All of your weapons were exactly the same depending on how you made them. And you get big weapons to fight bigger enemies. And
If I may, still talking about the fuse system. They added not just ways to make really good weapons, but also really fun ways to travel around. Because you know about the shield glitch from Breath of the Wild, where I think it's like if you aim an arrow while you're shield jumping, you hit an enemy, you get launched in the air.
Yeah.
Well, now you could just stick a bomb flower on your shield and replicate the same thing without having to be frame perfect or such like that.
Yeah, cool.
I was saying that the combat, though, of the game really improved because it made everything more accessible. Because if you went to a harder area, you were always guaranteed if you could kill things, you could make weapons to fight the harder enemies. Where in Breath of the Wild, if you went to a harder area and you had just a stick on you, you probably weren't killing anything. And then you just broke everything you had, and then it's time to leave.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hank.
What was
So
that?
I have to give the game credit. So we are adding Tears of the Kingdom to the list of games we highly enjoyed this year, and possible Game of the Year contender.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mixing things up. Slurp.
Hi-Fi Rush is a good game. It's one of those games where
Oh,
I
Jesus.
What's on?
Slurp orb.
I'm just joking.
Okay, Slorb.
Schlorb.
Schlorb.
Hi-Fi Rush is one of those
Slorb.
games where I couldn't not go back to it. It's like one of the, I was itching to stream it again, like the next day.
Did you ever play the DLC of that game?
I have yet to play the DLC. I might do it April next year.
Can you?
Nice.
April.
I don't know. That's like the time I did the last game. I was just doing a year later, going back
Okay.
to Hi-Fi Rush.
That's fair. I thought you were playing it like at launch, like I was.
I don't know when did it launch. I forgot the
January.
time. January. Then I don't know.
It was like we were just coming out of 2022 and going like, man, this year we're gonna have to wait so long for a good game. Hi-Fi Rush kicks the door in.
Oh yeah, did it?
shadow drops itself.
Yeah, I was just about
No,
to ask.
no announcement prior, just here's Hi-Fi Rush, made by horror game creators.
Oh, who made it?
Yeah, I think it was like Evil Within 1 and 2.
Oh.
Like, they they made some horror games before this, and then they were just like, and then Hi-Fi Rush. What the heck?
What impresses me most about Hi-Fi Rush is the genre they actually made it. A rhythm beat 'em up.
Yeah, not one of the... I have to say, it's definitely one of the rarer kinds of games. It's not the first of its kind, but dang, did it do it better than most have.
Yeah. Did anyone play No Straight Roads?
Really want to
I have not yet, but it's kind of... I would not say it's kind of like that.
It's
Flip changed again.
a lot of people were like comparing them, but I do think that they are quite different and they're both worthy games.
Yeah, they're both rhythm games with strong narratives. I can say that much.
Yeah. Also, No
Anyone
Straight
else
Roads
play
has good
Hi-Fi
co-op.
Rush?
Sorry to interrupt.
Anyone else get a chance to play Hi-Fi Rush?
Nope.
I haven't, but I loved what I saw.
Yeah,
Yeah. It looks very nice.
I have to say this. One of the highest praises I can give a game is if I absolutely adore the cast of characters and I can call them dorks that I love, and I love all the dorks of Hi-Fi Rush. That is legitimately one of the biggest sentiments I can say, because if you have characters that I'm adoring from beginning to end of your game, no matter how long it is, this happened with Persona 5, and this happened with Hi-Fi Rush. That's why I'm still a big fan of Kingdom Hearts. If I say I like your dorks, I will play games. I will buy the next thing in your series just to see my dorks again.
Heck yeah.
I stand Cinnamon.
Cinnamon for life.
I'm sorry, Chai's my guy.
Hey, he's good. He's good.
I love the idiot.
I'm just kidding.
All right. Next, Isaac, your turn. What is a game you really enjoyed this year? We can go around if you have more than one, or you can just be like, done. But what is your one that you want to talk to others about?
I've only played like 3 games this year, and I'm still... The one I'm gonna bring up, I'm still playing it, but Super Mario RPG Remake.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it good?
I'm just like... Yeah, I'm having so much fun. The music's great. They kept like so many like the like hidden secret detail stuff from like the original, and like yeah, it's just really fun to see. And like I don't know, I hope like maybe we get like a Super Mario RPG 2 or something because of this.
We kind of did.
Yeah,
That's what Paper Mario is, if we're being honest.
well,
In,
like what
in
I'm
Japan, Paper Mario is called Super Mario RPG 2.
Oh.
yeah.
I
They
didn't
just
know
changed
that.
the name for the US.
Yeah. Wait, wasn't it also like Mario Story at some point too? Oh wait, no.
Yes.
I mean, I was thinking
Yeah,
Paper Mario.
yeah.
Paper Mario.
And then you have the fun fan translation called Book of Mario. I need to play that someday.
Heck yeah, you should play that.
Book of
I would
Mario.
very much enjoy. Like I'm addicted to those horribly translated games, but I know Paper Mario so well I could play it.
Essentially, what they did was they took the entirety of the Paper Mario script and ran it through Google Translate 100 times.
Oh my goodness.
You get swearing in the game now.
Yeah, so instead of like Mario, go to Star Chasm or Star Canyon, and it will say something like May Gas Giant Ball. and you're just like, yeah, you got it.
Don't even get me started on the Chuck Quizmo quizzes.
Oh,
You have
no.
to know
I am not
those.
ready for those. But I have not seen the whole thing from start to finish, so like I barely seen anything of it. I just heard what it was, saw it for 15 seconds, and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna play that."
Heck yeah.
Still need to. But yes, back to Super Mario RPG. Isaac, is there any last things you gotta say about the game?
Nope.
So
Okay,
did you...
let me continue. Super Mario RPG is the epitome of what a remake should be. It is a it tells the same story, it shows everyone how good the old game is, adds a little bit of the mechanics. To be honest, I wish that some of the stuff was optional. Like, I understand it does speed up the process a bit, but the ability to, like, the thing is, the triple attacks they added to the game, those are optional. Never got to use them. That's fine. But you're not able to turn off the hit every single enemy at once command with a perfect attack.
The splash damage thing?
Yeah, never able to turn that off. Also, they still have issues, like, it still has some issues that the original had, where a lot of the things of the game don't explain what they do exactly. Like, for example, the Quartz Charm that you can get in the game, it doesn't say it does anything. But if you equip it, you actually have, like, 50% more attack and 33% extra defense. It does not say what it does, and I wish that... I get it, that's part of the charm, but that was back on the SNES. We could have made it a bit better. But it is everything that a remake should be. It is exactly as we remember it. It keeps most of the localization. Sure, they took out some lines of dialogue. For example, I watched Isaac's stream of the game last night. He's not a fan of what they did to Spiridovich.
Yeah, it doesn't roll out the tongue as nicely. Yuridovich was much better.
Yeah, it's a Japanese. It's based in Japanese, but it sounds Russian.
Spiridovich?
Yeah, no, Yuridovich, the original.
Okay.
I agree. I don't like the name change.
Okay.
I do.
But the point is that they did change it. What do you feel about Mac the Nut, like Mac, who was a reference to Mac the Knife, the serial killer, being changed to Clay Morton because he's supposed to be a Claymore?
That's kind of fun, though.
I don't know. I think I was more used to Max, so seeing Clay Morton was, like, weird. But, like, one thing I'm glad they did keep was how, like, the Toad casually mentions how he has a bazooka.
Yeah, like, they kept most of it. But like I said, this is a prime example of what a remake should be, and that is this is the standard I expect when I hear that a game is being remade, not remastered. Like, that's just a port, and I don't expect as much out of you. But if you want to remake a game and show off what your company is capable of, like, providing to the customers, that is the standard. Anyone else played Super Mario RPG, the original or the remake, to chime in?
Years ago, back when I was strictly a YouTuber, I had Super Mario RPG as one of the games that somebody had requested. I got all the way up to Booster's Tower, and either I lost the footage or the footage got corrupted, and I just never went back.
Do you think you're going to go back for the remake?
Oh yeah, if I get the remake, I'm playing that thing from start to finish.
Neat.
Woo.
Nice.
Like, I'm not saying it's a regret of mine, but I definitely want to see what the game has to offer.
Very nice. And what about you, Folly?
about Mario RPG.
Yeah.
I played the original. I specifically remember I got up to a bit where I think you have to fight like a lava dragon, and then right after that you have to fight the
Axum Rangers.
Axum Rangers. Yeah, I got up to that bit and saved at the wrong time, so I couldn't go back and get like resources and stuff. So that's how far I got in Super Mario RPG. But I do need to play the remake. It looks so good. What I will say, I feel like the music is too good. Like, I think it needs more like farty trumpets and stuff like that, you know? The music is
Are you talking about
astounding.
the remake's music or the original?
The remake's music. It's like so like, I don't know, it's so orchestral and stuff like that, and it's beautiful. But it's like, this is funny Mario game.
Who wants to tell her then?
Tell me what?
Tell her what?
There's an option to turn on the original music in the game.
Oh yeah.
At any time.
Oh, that's awesome!
Yeah, so if you want the original music, that's there. Like, you don't have to choose.
All right,
It's
10
literally
out
an
of 10
option in
game.
the options menu. So that, like, again, a standard for remakes. If you don't like the new music, they give you the old one for free.
Yeah,
In the
I-
beginning, unlike Pokemon, like you know, Soul Silver,
Oh,
where you get it
God.
like, in the post game. After you already finished everything, it's like, what's the point of it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I did love that they added it anyway.
Yeah, but it should be just in the options menu.
Right.
Yeah.
If we're talking about remakes that should not happen, it's Diamond and Pearl. I'm not irritating the Pokemon fandom.
The one
Let's move
thing-
on.
To be honest, I got Shining Pearl for my little cousin for Christmas last year. I had entertained the thought of getting Diamond because, it's a remake of the very first game I ever bought with my own money, and I can trade with version exclusives with him. It's been long enough that I don't feel like I'm going to get it.
That's
regardless.
fair.
Understandable. The one good thing I can say about that game that doesn't really have anything to do with in the game is that game is the whole reason why I met all of you.
Which game?
Aw.
EDSP.
Diamond. Yeah, because I was playing it, Chibi rated me, and then like slowly, I don't know, I just met all of you through like her
Broke
community.
your barriers of friendship.
Hmm.
Just
So-
whittled away at them.
Yeah. So I am grateful to that game just for that.
Yeah, that's fair.
Fair
Mhm.
enough. You get 1 point, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl.
That's nothing to do with your actual game.
Okay,
Now,
what's
out
your
of-
opinion of the actual game?
Don't ask that.
It was pretty
No,
annoying.
no,
at
I
times.
want the grittiness. If we're getting into this and everyone has a thought.
Okay, I would like to go first. The following mechanic that they brought back, like the Pokemon getting in your way. Like sometimes you have Pokemon follow you, they're too big, and then you can't get past them. You just like shove them out of the way. And it's like, I'm so sorry I had to shove you out of the way. And also there's like that one ledge in Mount Coronet. Like if you got too close, like the game would kind of just make you jump over it.
Yeah.
So I had to
yeah.
like be really careful, and I used the D-pad just to get upstairs because I'm like, please stop going over the ledge.
Sometimes the D-pad wouldn't work as well. It would just shove you over the ledge. It sucked.
I had, yeah.
Okay, Folly, what is your opinion of Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl?
My opinion is they did a really good job of having the release date come out before Legends Arceus, sorry. Because no one would have bought BDSP if it had come out after Legends Arceus. And I
So
like.
you're saying that I didn't ask you for a nice opinion. What is your opinion of Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl that has nothing to do with the release date?
Oh gosh.
While you're thinking, may I chime in with one?
Yes.
Yes.
Add a platinum DLC and maybe we'll talk.
I'm
Yeah.
not paying more money on it.
Fair.
Or platinum patch. Patch the game.
Yeah,
What really needs a patch though.
I just realized that BDSP is the same situation as the Persona 3 remake, except it doesn't even have the
Exactly.
good graphics.
Exactly.
So maybe I
It is
should spend money
exactly
on
that.
Persona 3.
Possibly unpopular opinion, but I kind of like the graphics that they used in BDSP because it reminds me of what they did for Link's Awakening remake. And it's cute. It's like a toy set.
It
I
is.
understand, but you have to look at like both of them side by side and see all the shading that they did to make the world of Link's Awakening remake really come alive, and how everything looks so stylized. It
Yeah.
really is night and day.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
I'd even say Super Mario RPG remake. You could see immediately the style they were going for and the effort they put to stylize it but still make it look good. And I feel like they, with BDSP, they stylized it and then they just kind of like, you know, they were like, all right, we're done here.
Also, since we're talking about Pokemon and Super Mario RPG, can I just add one thing that's really weird to me?
What?
What's really weird?
Okay. Is anyone going to talk about the fact that Pokemon games just really hate voice acting?
Oh,
They
yeah.
never use it.
Yeah.
And in
Oh,
the
wait.
new Super Mario RPG, they added full cutscenes where people are moving their lips and there's text at the bottom of the screen and there's no vocals.
Oh yeah.
Saving
Like
money.
Mallow saying, "Give me my coin back," and there's just nothing. No words.
I do have something to say. Like, I don't know if it counts as voice acting, maybe, but like Pokemon Black 2 had Roxy singing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
It
but
did.
that
But
was a
not
long
Pierce.
time ago.
Yeah.
And it was a very localized event.
Yeah. But yeah, they had Roxy singing in Pokemon Black and White 2, but they didn't have Pierce singing in Sword and Shield.
Yeah.
And then they added a rapper in Scarlet and Violet and never rap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this? Just don't add music people anymore if you don't want to put the effort in.
Missed opportunities, that's all it really is.
Yeah.
It's more of saving cash.
It's not like they're a multi-billion-dollar company.
I know, they need to save.
Hey,
I'm
well,
not getting into that.
yeah, there's been rumors that the Pokemon company have come out and said, okay, this is not sustainable how we're making games, so we're going to try and stretch out our development time. And
Yeah,
I'm hoping that they actually do that and they do start picking up again, because that, you know, they have potential. Maybe.
no.
Yeah.
No?
I
Okay.
would-
Well,
like
you-
it's kind of like hard to like see like something you love so much like as a kid like just gradually decline.
Yeah.
Well, no, I will say this. Keep in mind, I have been playing every single Pokemon game like from the beginning red version, and I'm currently in Gen 6, and I have to say that everyone's saying, oh, they're going to, like, they're just declining. They're not declining. They are improving in the most baby steps possible with every game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we have games that have just pole vaulted past them, nitro boosted miles ahead of them, and they're just like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take that next little step. Like, they are really, like, it's not that they're not improving, they are, but they're not improving enough to anywhere near what the standard is anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be neat though.
What?
But
I remember talking about this with Yuki, but what if like they did like a 2D and 3D mode like Dragon Quest XI-S?
I don't know how I'd feel about that. I think that would be really cool, but at the same time, that would imply that they could make not just one game look really nice, but they'd have to make a second.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I just want the one game.
Oh yeah, it would be like a dream. I reckon. Okay, if I was the president of Pokemon right now, I'd say, let's get a small indie team to make a sprite-based like something or other game. But like, you know, they're probably not going to do that.
And you said small indie team. Meanwhile, what I would do is I'd say, hey guys, we're Pokemon. Let's throw like $100 million into the game because we are guaranteed to make 100 million every single time we release something.
Yeah, that's fair.
And then it just turns into, and like, just like, you need two things to make a game. You either need time or you need skill. And I say, give them people, get the skill, buy the skill. You have the money to buy the skill.
Yeah.
Like, if we're not just talking money, we're talking Pokemon money. They totally could. Well, let's get back to talking about games we enjoy. All right. So, let's see. We covered Artman, Slurp, Isaac, Folly. Mr. Muffinberry, you got one? No. Okay. So, next on my list. What do you guys think of the Like a Dragon series?
Oh, Yakuza.
Yes.
I hear a lot of good things about it. I've seen like a couple like out of context things where like just the silliest things are happening. It seems like a fun game and maybe something I should look into more.
I'm not sure you would enjoy it.
Yeah, I need to pick up where I left off back when I was still running on my previous PC. Apparently, I didn't have enough memory to run the game, so it'd be like a fight starting 15 seconds later. Oh wait, I couldn't render it, never mind.
Yeah, all the enemies would just disappear because this computer could not handle the enemies.
That's
Oh
awesome.
my.
It's terrible, but it's kind of funny.
Yeah,
But yeah,
gotta lean into things like that.
This year we had 2 Like a Dragon games come out. One of those being Like a Dragon Ishin, where we get to see a what if story. What if back in the past, someone related to Kiryu who looked like Kiryu but wasn't Kiryu was a samurai Ronin. And he went on an adventure where he killed a lot of people.
But Kiryu doesn't kill people.
This guy does. Also, let's put that out there. I think it's the funniest thing in the world that every single cutscene in Yakuza be like, Kiryu would never shoot someone. It's against his very nature. Meanwhile, you get into a fight, you hold a pistol, you will shoot someone in the gut 3 times and pistol whip them, crush their head in a car door, throw them off onto a boat and watch them sail into the distance and be like, yeah, I'm a good guy.
Or, on a more personal note, just grab somebody and taint slam them into one of those little poles that are on the sidewalk.
There's also one of my favorites is if you get close to a convenience store, like a Japanese convenience store, you can throw them through the window and their head will fly into a microwave which will turn on.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Don't worry,
yeah.
if the door's not closed, they'll just get severely electrocuted and die, but it's okay.
Thank you for the hydrate.
So yeah, my point is that we had 2 Like a Dragon games come out. The other one is Max. You're supposed to be resting.
She is resting. She's just not here.
Mm-hmm. I'm
She's
watching you.
resting, but she's making sure we're doing self-care.
But yes, the other game is Like a Dragon Gaiden: The Man Who Erased His Name, which is a mouthful to say.
Yep.
Who has seen that one before?
So did that one come out?
Yes,
When did that come out?
October.
I can't believe how quickly they can put out games. It's crazy.
That's because the people who make the Yakuza series, or the Like a Dragon series as it's now called, because I hate naming conventions.
Yeah.
They are incredible. They have an absolutely massive writing staff. Like if you look at their writers, they have like 20 writers who are all in sync with each other.
That's
Wow.
cool.
So they have like one person work on the main story. And then they have everyone else create the wildest sub-stories and side quests and everything else having to do with the game.
That explains so much.
Like, it disconnects so hard, but it's so wonderful because this means that you have consistently good writing no matter which one you pick up, and because it's all written by like the same 2 dudes, you get you get a consistent story the entire way through. And also the series is representative of what Yakuza life is like in Japan. Now, I'm not going to say it's one for one a Yakuza simulator. Obviously it is not. But what I'm saying is that if there's a real life thing going on involving the Yakuza, they'll incorporate it in some ways. Like the biggest reason I'm sure why it's now called Like a Dragon instead of the word Yakuza is because in the recent Japanese years, they've been really hammering down on Yakuza, and it's basically impossible to be a Yakuza anymore.
Oh, okay.
Like, the police just know all of the Yakuza. And instead of being this, like, if you're part of the Yakuza family, you're protected. Now it's, if you're part of the Yakuza family, the police will now hunt you down. The laws of the country are now against them horrifically. They can no longer bend it to their wills with money.
That's so interesting.
And that's reflected in the games, which is why they're trying to rebrand it, saying it's not Yakuza anymore because that's not a thing. Most of the characters are not even in the Yakuza anymore.
That's really interesting.
It is wild, but I'm very I'm gonna say this. Even though we had 2 different games come out last year or this year, both of them were very high quality, like incredible graphics as usual, wonderful stories, good gameplay, and they're both insanely different because I'm sorry, one of the game I was able to hold a sword in one hand, gun in the other, twirling around using both at the same time, like some kind of bizarre One Piece character. And in the other game, The Man with No Name, I was playing with spider grappling hooks and rocket shoes. This series is freaking wild.
A roller coaster.
Yes. I'm trying to think, did I ever go on a roller coaster in a Yakuza game?
I
guess
would-
I shouldn't be
Never
surprised
mind.
if they have a roller coaster.
I would
I
expect
don't
them to have a
think
whole
they've done
theme
that.
park.
Oh, they've had tons of theme parks, yeah.
Yeah, but you can't ride on them? On the
Well, I think you can go on some of them.
Heck
But
yeah.
then again, I still haven't played Yakuza 5. That's on my to-do list.
So
Maybe there's one.
where do you start to get started in the Yakuza series?
If you want okay, so there's a couple of starting points. You could start with Yakuza Kiwami 1, which is if you want to play the first story that people have played, because that's a remake of the first game.
Okay.
However, if you want my opinion, you should start with Yakuza 0, because it has a lot of build up for the characters who will be in Yakuza 1, who like Yakuza 1 suffers from the fact of you go in and Kiryu obviously knows everyone there.
Okay.
And you're just like, who are all these people? And then you see like one of them get terribly injured and Kiryu's just like, no! And I'm just like, I don't know who that is. You introduced them 5 minutes ago.
He was Patrick.
Yeah, and then you've slight spoilers, I guess, of Yakuza 1. It starts with the assassination of someone you don't even know. But they're introduced in like they're reshown in Yakuza 0 and you get to know them much better.
Okay.
So I really recommend playing Yakuza 0, then go into Yakuza 1 going, oh no, that happened? We gotta do something, and you feel like Kiryu would feel.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I
And-
will say I got that. I got that experience going from Yakuza 0 to Yakuza Kiwami.
Yeah. Like, I've started with 0, and he started with 0. Most people I know start with 0.
Okay, cool.
However, if you do not want to play the Kiryu saga, which is Yakuza 0 all the way to Yakuza 6, if you're looking for a jumping on point, but you don't want to play with Kiryu, the best starting point is to play with Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
Which the series is now called Like a Dragon.
Yeah.
But Yakuza 7 is Yakuza Like a Dragon. That's the game where you first start playing as the new character Ichiban. So if you just want to like get into the new stuff, you can start there. Some stuff might fly over your head, but I can say that it's the best jumping on point if you don't want to play the 7 games prior.
Yeah, that's fair.
But I do highly recommend to start from 0 and work your way through the series, and don't do what I did. Don't.
What did you do?
What I did was I played 0, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Why?
No, wait. No, I did 0, 6, 1, 2, 7, 3, 4.
Why did you do it that way?
Because I first bought 0. Then I was just like, man, this is where it started. And the next game that released immediately after I beat 0 was 6. So I was just like, okay, so this is where the series was. Let's see where it is now. So then I played 6. And then I was just like, I am missing all of the context. Time to go back. So I played 1, 2, but at that time, 3, 4, and 5 were not available. So they released Yakuza Like a Dragon, so I played 7, and then the remastered of 3, 4, and 5 came out 3 months later.
Oh, okay.
So I've played 3 and 4, and I still need to play 5. Do not play it like I did. I played it like an absolute madman. All the games are now available. You don't have to do what I did.
No
You
one
are a
has to
mad
suffer.
lad sometimes.
But yeah, I recommend just playing it in numerical order from 0 to well, it's about to be 8.
Okay.
By the way, if can we change subjects to games we're looking forward to?
Sure.
Yeah.
Guys, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Please, inject it into my veins.
Isn't that the island one that you showed me?
Yes. Who is excited for Infinite Wealth? The game, not the actual concept of having infinite wealth.
Not gonna lie, I am kind of looking forward to it.
It does look good.
And by the way, if you like, I bought and I know he's not going to enjoy me saying this, but I bought Brad Yakuza 0, 1, and 2. So I'm hoping he plays that sometime, because I have to say this, and look for a sale of the games. Don't just get the games now. Wait for a sale, because would you like to know the price I paid for 0, 1, and 2 to gift to my friend Brad with no R? Shout out to Brad with no R.
Yeah.
$20.
Okay, Isaac, what's your guess?
50.
Okay, Slurp?
60.
Okay. Arman?
I'm gonna say 13.
I paid $10 for 3 games.
Ooh-wee.
Woo, closest.
Oh,
Wait for the sales. They are amazing.
I assumed when you asked us, like, you didn't get the games on sale for some
Well, I
reason.
didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
I did not. I bought them for Brad on sale. I paid, money. Well, to be fair, I bought 0 used, and I bought 1 and 2 used. No. I bought Kiwami 1 used. I paid full price for Kiwami 2. By the way, Kiwami 2 is on my top 5 games of all time.
Ooh. So that's a remake of the second one, is it?
Correct. But you have to, I hate this about 2. You have to play 1 in order to appreciate 2.
Okay.
And Yakuza 1 or Kiwami 1 is one of the roughest games to get through.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
It's rough because its leveling system is incredibly slow. It's fighting Majima system, and yet you'll have to fight him a lot. You have to fight Majima probably over 100 times, and it is incredibly repetitive.
My goodness.
Some upgrades that should just be standard are locked behind level ups. And here's your advice that you're going to forget before you play Kiwami 1. The first thing you should buy in terms of your level ups are your Kiwami heat attacks. Because if you do not have your Kiwami heat attacks, the bosses can just regen all of their health.
Oh
Oh, my.
gosh.
Mm-hmm.
You need that to be the first thing you buy. Otherwise, you have to fight most bosses with twice their HP. and it's the Yakuza game where you feel the absolute weakest.
Yeah, they even beat you over the head with it narratively.
Yeah.
Majima goes, "What's wrong, Kiryu? You feel like you're rusty at this."
Yeah, so 1 is the absolute roughest game to get through, in my opinion, which is why I say start with 0, you feel awesome in that game. 1, you feel terrible, and 2 is awesome, because in Yakuza Kiwami 2, they changed up the game engine itself. You're not playing with the old engine of game, you're playing with a new one, where battles are nearly instantaneous unless you're Artman.
Oh my.
Like, as soon as someone discovers you, you're in a fight. You can even do the first blows. You could just, like, rush into people, throw bikes at them, throw people over bridges. Like, you can end fights so well. And it also introduced, like, people coming to your aid in the middle of fights. Like, you could walk up to people you know, and they can do ultimate attacks together. Like, you can befriend a guy with a guitar and be like, "Hey, guy, these people are attacking me," and then he'll throw his guitar to you, which you could then just grab, play a small song for a few seconds, and then El Kabong someone.
You read my mind.
And again, throwing people off bridges is so fun because you
Yes.
play on a river city throughout most of the game.
Yes.
Little girls.
It's so incredibly good, and that's not even talking about it. The entire reason, and this is going to be the last thing I say about Kiwami 2, the entire reason I bought the game is because I saw the trailers, and I said to myself, this is the Yakuza game where you fight a tiger.
Whoa.
And I got to fight a tiger with my fists.
Heck yeah.
It was awesome. But it is, in my opinion, the best Yakuza game. But that being said, the rest I have played are good. Except 3.
Uh-oh.
That's another discussion for another day. Moving on. Maybe we'll pick back up on the Yakuza talk later, but let's go over everyone again and see if they have any new games that they want to add to the list of games they were excited for, if they recommend. By the way, first off, when it comes to Like a Dragon Ishin and Like a Dragon Gaiden, the man who erased his name, I don't really recommend them at full price, but if you find them on sale, they are definitely enjoyable experiences. Moving on. Shall I roll a d4 to see which one of you 4 goes first?
Go for it.
Yeah.
All right. Lil, do you know I'm actually just flipping a bottle cap and saying, "Slurp, you're up."
What's this for again?
We're still on the subject of games we really enjoyed. You've already said Hi-Fi Rush, and I am checking over if there is another game you enjoyed this year.
I played throughout the year, beginning of the year, I believe, I played a bunch of already released games called We Were Here Together with Pluto. And recently they released a new game called We Were Here to The Friendship. And I really enjoyed that. It's a 2-player puzzle game, which I really enjoy. I recommend if you have friends to play it.
I actually saw that, and I was looking into it for possible, trickster streams.
It's good. I recommend you could play the Friendship together. The other games, not so much, simply because some of the puzzles are just far too hard and take so much time. You just think they're trying to figure out what the puzzle is.
Pluto
So
says...
it's one of those games.
Pluto says in chat, I can confirm I like watching Slurp died.
Is that why he's ascending?
He's going to heaven.
Yeah.
He died multiple times.
Alright, so we actually have a puzzle game recommendation. One more time, what's it called? Friendship
We
Together?
were here together, the Friendship.
Okay.
There's an entire series of We Were Here Together. We
Okay.
have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games.
Okay.
Nice.
Well, now that Slurp is dissected, let's move on to Isaac.
Yeah. So it's games we played this year, right?
Yes.
Like, even if it's like an older game?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, just like the new games?
New games.
Okay. I've only played like 3 new games this year, like I mentioned before. Which were Super Mario RPG, Honkai Star Rail, and Fire Emblem Engage.
Okay. Would you recommend any of those?
Um,
Or were they just for you?
well, I know I enjoy Fire Emblem a lot. I'm not sure about other people. Honkai Star Rail, I did enjoy playing that one more than Genshin personally,
Oh,
but
okay.
I have not played Honkai Star Rails in many months.
Any reason?
Other games I've had her play more.
Fair enough.
Fire
Like
Emblem.
I have seen very little Honkai Star Rail, specifically only from your stream, because I think that the developers are kind of greedy and manipulative, and the fan base scares me. But I mean, if you enjoy it, tell us what you like about it.
Oh, I don't even remember. It's been months. I guess I like the combat system. Like how it's like turn-based RPG. I like turn-based RPGs.
That's cool.
Okay.
How was Fire Emblem Engage?
Fire Emblem Engage was a lot of fun. Like the gameplay was fun. Story not the best, but
Talk to everyone like they don't know the story.
what was that?
Talk to us like we don't know the story.
Because I don't.
I personally don't. Yeah.
Like, tell them a very basic summary of it.
So basically, you play as the Divine Dragon, who's been asleep since the big war that happened between the Divine Dragons and the Fell Dragons. And yeah, the game starts with them like finally waking up, and like you do the typical stuff like monsters show up and attack, and like you gotta fight them, and then like some other stuff happens in between that I'm trying to remember because it's been a while and my memory's not the best, but there were like points in the game that like confused me in the story, where I was just like, why is this happening?
Oh, hold on. I have to bring something up because of it. Now, can you clarify, because one of my chatters just got way too excited. Can you clarify that you do not actually turn into a dragon?
You do not turn into a dragon.
Oh man. So you're
Yeah,
just
I'm
stuck in
I'm
the
sorry,
toothpaste body?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just need that confirmation. I would have absolutely
However-
told you. Sorry, one of my
However,
chatters
comma.
is a big fan of dragons, so they heard dragons and got really excited.
However, comma, if you get the DLC, there are 2 characters that can turn into dragons that you can play as.
Yeah, but that's like you gotta buy the game and then you gotta
Yeah.
buy the DLC, when I could just recommend the game that they are from. Because this is a big crossover thing.
Yeah.
Ooh. Sorry, you said crossover. That brought something to mind. That's. I'm not sure we have to change subject for this or not.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It's. Okay, so Dave the Diver recently got an announcement that they are doing DLC with a game called Dredge. And the thing is, I'm actually really looking forward to this. Like, I've been playing Dave the Diver on Thursdays, and I'm actually considering either doing a bonus stream this upcoming week, or holding off on my Thursday stream and doing it on Friday just so I can play Dave the Diver with the Dredge DLC.
Seeing him slip in that self promo there.
Well, it was
Okay.
relevant.
So selfish.
Oh my
No.
goodness.
I'm just
Oh my gosh,
messing with
Slurp.
you, man. It's fine. But yeah, bringing up the Dave the Diver Dredge DLC, I have to throw this out there. Because of because of the whole Dave the Diver Dredge DLC, I finally booted up Dredge for the first time that I have owned for a very long time. And I
Oh,
have
that's good.
and I had only one thing to say. Folly, when are you streaming it?
It's been on my list for so long. The demo was so good. It's actually right here on my section for games that we're looking forward to playing. Even though it is already out, and the thing was that I didn't want to play two aquatic themed boat games at the same time, Dave the Diver and Dredge. Not that I haven't played either of them. And now they're collaborating. I'm like, well, geez. But yeah, Dredge is so cool.
I booted up Dredge for the first time this weekend, and I've been having a wonderful time, and also I am very scared of everything that happens in that game.
It's so good.
Like, I had one of my friends watch me, and they can probably confirm most of my experiences just, hey guys, let's go off on a little boat adventure. Something horrifying happens, and back to the dock.
Understandable.
Company.
But yeah, it's basically a Lovecraftian fishing game. It is horrors beyond your wildest imagination and fishing. You're just out there fishing, good times. And then the eyes start showing up in the sky. And you're just like, this is fine. Maybe the Kraken pays a visit. Currently, I'm fishing in the volcano.
It's just an
Oh,
average
sick.
Sunday. What do you mean?
Yeah.
I think I'm in one of the last areas of the game, so it's a short game too.
Okay.
I think if it doesn't do anything more than it is now, it will probably be a total of like 15 to 20 hours total. And I'm doing everything I've seen.
Yeah. Honestly, I am becoming a big fan of shorter games.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Can we talk about shorter games really fast?
yeah, sure.
Go for it.
Guys, if you have not played it yet, please look at Small Saga.
Small Saga.
Ooh, the mouse game.
Oh
Yes.
yeah. Tell us about it.
It is a game where you play as a mouse-sized mouse, and you live in the world of the gods, and the gods are basically just humans. And everything I want to say about the game is unfortunately spoilers. The game is incredibly short. Twists and plot twists occur almost every single other minute of the game. We're talking a full RPG experience in 7 hours.
Wow.
Okay, that sounds good.
So, I want to say more, but I just have to say, you guys have to try. If you have the spare money and you have the 7 hours to play it. I honestly want to stream it myself, but I'm hesitant to stream it because I don't want to break it up into 2 episodes. I just want to sit down and play the whole thing for stream in one continuous go because it's not that long.
Do a Spider-Man.
Jeez Louise.
Oh yeah. I just have to find a day where I can sit down for that long. And also I have to figure out how to get the true ending, because there is apparently a true ending.
Ah.
The true ending.
I even missed one of the character's ultimate weapons. And it's weird that there are I'm even saying there are side quests to get everyone's ultimate weapons. And it's still only 7 hours. It's so short. But that doesn't change the fact that it's probably one of the best little RPGs I have played in quite some time.
Nice.
Good writing, beautiful pixel art, absolutely stunning pixel art, I have to say that. It is funny, it is witty, it is enjoyable, and honestly, I hope that everyone else who plays it enjoys it as well. Even though it's only 7 hours long and it's asking for the price of $20, it is very much worth it in my opinion. I didn't know when else to bring up this because it's definitely one of the better ones. Unfortunately, because of its short length, its downside is that the game is too easy.
Oh, okay.
Because, it's 7 hours long. There's almost no room for experimentation. If you're any good with RPGs in general, I'm talking easy as in I managed to beat the final boss by powering myself up and landing 3 attacks.
Ooh.
Oh my.
So, if you know how to play RPGs, it's stupid easy.
Awesome. Can I segue to another short game?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay. Cavern of Dreams.
Oh, that's another one that was on the list.
Yeah. So Cavern of Dreams is I would say, Banjo-Kazooie or Spyro inspired 3D platformer collecty type thing.
Fun, yeah.
Yeah. And I don't I think I connected with it so much because I did grow up with Banjo-Kazooie and stuff, and that was my game as a kid, Banjo-Kazooie. But it manages to capture that feeling of being a kid and playing a game and like walking into a kind of a spooky lair and being like, oh, what? This is so spooky. It's like a
But
little
I'm brave,
off-putting.
I can handle it.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I could check how long it took me. I think it took me less than 12 hours.
Yeah, that follows, that checks.
Yeah. 10.5 hours. And
Is that to 100% it or just getting to the end?
100%ing it.
Okay.
The only times I really got stuck were, I remember once I just completely overlooked an area I hadn't explored, and then other times the controls were a little bit difficult to manage to get some collectibles. But apart from that, it was a very soothing, like, just going into a level and just finding all the collectibles and moving on. The ending was a little bit short, I would say, but apart from that, I really want to recommend this game because I just adored it. And it was cute.
It's nice to hear about smaller games getting some recommendations here. Does anyone else have any indie games that really stood out to them this year? I know we're not all into the grabbing of the indie games, but I mean, Slurp already recommended in indie. I'm pretty sure we. What's the game called again? We Are Here Together, or
We were here
for-
together.
Yeah, We Are Here Together. That's an indie game, right?
What's the definition of indie game?
An indie game is basically a self-published, small team kind of deal.
Yeah, I
They
believe
didn't
so.
have a massive publisher. Like, I won't Google the game and hear that, oh, Microsoft paid for everything.
Cough, cough, Dave the Diver.
Yeah, that. Oh, please. Are we really going to go into that? Yes, Dave the Diver is not an indie game.
What about Hi-Fi Rush?
It was published by Nexon.
Would you?
I will say,
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
You go. Oh no, sorry. Yeah, Hi-Fi Rush was made by. I know they were like published by Bethesda. Anyway, sorry, I'm
Correct.
rambling. What were you saying, Artman?
Yeah.
Well, I was saying, I have started playing it, but I haven't really gotten deep into it. But Pizza Tower, that's a good indie game.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh god, that made me so sad that they did not win.
Yeah. What were they up for?
They were up for best debut indie game.
Oh yeah, and who won?
They lost to Cocoon, which no one's heard of Cocoon.
I heard of Cocoon. I don't know if it was good though.
I heard of Cocoon, but I'm like really into the gaming scene. Pizza
That's
Tower
fair.
really should have gotten that though. It definitely wasn't the. In a way, it was an artsy game. It just wasn't a pretty game, so they didn't want it.
It was grungy and 90s in terms of aesthetic.
Yeah, and the amount of effort that actually went into all the animations of Pizza Tower is phenomenal. They should have won.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna say. Look, I'm not here saying that Cocoon is a bad game. Okay, it's a good game. I just think that Pizza Tower deserved it due to the amount of effort that they went through.
Yeah. I reckon if all of the Game Awards were like audience, like the audience voted on all of the categories, I think they would be so much different than the actual results.
Yep.
Yeah. But alas.
Like, they actually had a release where, in the game, after you beat the last boss of Pizza Tower and make it through the end, they have like a final judgment screen. At one point, it would have literally been your final judgment. You could not replay that file to get a better percentage.
Oof.
Oh, that's scary, but very interesting.
Mm-hmm. And then, like another behind-the-scenes thing I heard from another YouTuber is they had like several scrapped like taunts. One of them, two of them are well-known. People already know them. That was the Peter Griffin taunt and the Sonic Adventure taunt. But then there was a third one that came from the Sonic YouTube poop where, well, not the YouTube poops, but like the Sat-Am cartoon where Robotnik gave himself a promotion and the word promotion was above his head. The only reason that didn't make it in was because the developer was too lazy to flip the word promotion so that it read the same way whether you were facing left or right.
Alright. So yeah, next, let's continue talking about indie games for a bit because they really deserve the most out of this. I got two more indie games that obviously I'm going to talk about because I have too many indie games worth mentioning. Let's talk about with the one I'm not sure everyone here knows about before I get into the one that everyone here should know about. First, let's talk about Bomb Rush Cyberfunk.
Yeah.
I feel like that sounds familiar.
Tell us about it.
Okay, first off, Slurp, have you heard about it?
Seen some scenes of it, but I haven't done much. I don't have much info on it.
Okay, so let's talk about Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. This game was awesome. It took the concept of Jet Set Radio and the people behind, basically the hardcore fans of Jet Set Radio said, "Can we have another one?" And Sega was just like, "Nah." And they were just like, "We're gonna make our own."
Heck yeah.
Oh, that reminds me. Didn't they apparently announce like a new Jet Set Radio now?
Yeah.
Yes, they did.
I reckon it was because of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk.
I doubt it was because of it. I'm fairly certain they just, like, it's weird because we don't even know when we're going to get that Jet Set Radio. They just announced that, hey guys, we're remaking 5 games. They didn't even believe that Jet Set Radio was a seller all on its own.
Yeah, that's
They didn't
fair.
believe a remake of Jet Set Radio was a seller for its own announcement. They had to put 4 other games up there with it. But let's be real, I'm not a fan of the original Jet Set Radio's controls. Did not jive with it. I loved the game's style. I loved the game's music. I still listen to the game's music, but I could not play it because I was terrible at it. Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is another thing entirely. The gameplay is smooth as butter. Feels good to play. Music is, once again, phenomenal. Graphics are, again, awesome. Purely stylized. Check it out sometime if you just want to see the pure edge dripping off of it. It's got an actual story now.
Oh.
Because I'm sorry, Jet Set Radio's story was really kind of not great. But you didn't play it for that. You played it for the like cool things. But the whole story of Bomb Rush Cyberpunk is you start the game, you're escaping jail for something. I'm not sure what you did yet because I still haven't beaten the game. I still got to beat the game, but I gotta say it's so fun to play through this. You escape jail and then you are beheaded.
Oh my.
Oh.
Are you being
wake
paid
up.
for this, Q?
What?
Are you being paid? Is this an advertisement?
So you're beheaded nearly immediately, and then you are given a robot head, and you're told you want your old head back with your memories inside that thing. You gotta work with the people and prove that you're the best of the best. Is it dumb? Yeah, but it's really fun because the guy who beheaded you is currently like the top dog of the area, and if you wanna take him down, you got to be better than him, and then you'll get your head back that way.
That's
And I'm just
fun.
like, what a story!
And I'm over
played-
here.
I'm sure I've played a game like it before, but I can't really recall too many games where I lose my head literally, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna go beat up someone to get my head back.
And I'm
But
over
the
here
entire
questioning
game
how
is
that
about
works.
doing tricks, looking stylish, and yeah, it's fun as heck. I can't say it's going to be game of the year for me, but I know it's game of the year for a couple of other people, and they would skin me alive if I didn't even mention it. So yeah, look at Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. So, any more indies you guys got to talk about?
I think I might have a few that I played this year, but they're older ones.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna question if I'm gonna ask if they are first, just to make sure, because I'm not sure. But Bug Fables is one, right?
Bug Fables is absolutely an indie game.
Oh yeah, Bug Fables was a lot of fun.
Bug Fables, to this day, we like to make the joke peak fiction, but I'm sorry, that's still not a joke, really. Bug Fables, since we're talking about older games, and I don't know the year Bug Fables came out off the top of my head, but it's been a while, hasn't it?
I think so. I know I had it for like several years before I played it this year.
2019, by the way.
Yeah, 2019.
I was just like, it had to be pre-pandemic. I thought my guess was 2017, but that felt wrong. Yeah, 2019. But Bug Fables is an absolutely amazing game. Its story is wonderful. Its characters develop throughout the story. Its art style is not a crux. It is just how they wish to tell their story. It is cute. It is dark at times. And the gameplay is so enjoyable. They even added different modes of gameplay. I'm a big fan of their built-in randomizer. If
That's
you want
pretty
to
sick.
play the game and you want a different experience, you can just do a different experience. They even have hard mode challenges and hardest mode challenges. I know Isaac, I basically stole the spotlight away from Isaac saying this, but Bug Fables is a wonderful game that everyone should check out if you are a fan of RPGs. Anything to add?
Nope, not really. But
And-
besides, I love when cutesy looking game just randomly becomes grim out of nowhere.
Hey, don't spoil it.
Yeah,
I
it
will-
wasn't.
I do have one thing to say about the game. They have a badge right at the beginning of the game that opens up hard mode. I beat the entire game start to finish with hard mode, and only a couple of spots gave me trouble. I'm not saying the game is easy, but it's not hard either.
No, but that's where we disagree. I think that the game is like perfectly
It's
normal.
balanced.
What?
It's balanced.
I think it's balanced on hard mode only because we know the Paper Mario style.
Fair enough.
We are very experienced with games, and we are even experienced with Paper Mario games. The thing is that normal mode for a child would still prove to be slightly difficult. But yeah, I'm glad that they added a hard mode that is toggleable at any time. For you and me who are experienced with these kinds of games, and that adds to the game as a whole. But I don't think that the game is too easy, because they balanced it so that even if you're new to video games, you can pick it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there were a couple spots that gave me trouble in the game on hard mode.
But yeah, I'm like you guys might think this is funny, but you would be surprised how difficult it is to design a game to be easier. I have seen that in process, and it makes people so upset, because you have to find that line of, how do we make an easy mode so easy that nearly anyone could beat it, but still appear challenging so that they don't get bored. It drives game developers wild.
Crazy, even.
But yeah, that's Bug Fables. It's again a game that came out many years ago and not the topic, but I will stop any stream I'm in to tell you that Bug Fable, like, you say Bug Fables, I'll be like, Peak Fiction, moving on.
Mm-hmm.
It's how stories should be told, through the characters and the development of the characters, because as you play the game, the characters evolve in the story.
Oh, and how smart of it was the developers to patch in Kabu's dash ability earlier in the game.
I don't know if that was really smart. That's just something players asked for and they did. So, like, it wasn't really the developers who thought of that previously. They just heard a lot of people complaining and they went, oh, we need to help them.
It's
Mhm.
always respectful when devs actually listen to the fans. So you
Yeah,
gotta give that a
is
shout out.
important. I'm just saying they did not have the foresight to do that previously, so it wasn't really smart on them. It's just
Right.
it's
Right.
respectful though that like Folly said, it's respectful that they listened.
Yeah, that's mostly what I meant. It
Because
didn't
I've
come out
also
right.
seen game devs. Can we talk about Starfield?
What about
Sure.
Starfield? It's games will never get better than this.
Oh, that one.
Okay, the thing I want to bring up is that Starfield. Who here heard that the Starfield devs went to Steam's page and started commenting on people's reviews?
Oh gosh, what did they say?
What did I say?
Someone had the complaint that every planet you go to is barren and unexciting. And the dev decided to step in and go, "'Cause it's supposed to be. When the astronauts landed on the moon, do you think they were not excited?" So they thought the answer when someone said their planets are boring was to be like, well, duh. Like, that makes the game better. Oh, God.
Oh my goodness.
None of you heard that the dev actually went in there to tell people that
No.
the game is supposed to be boring.
Was it just like was it one specific person or was it like the Starfield like account or something like that?
It was like 3 different people, like 3 different devs trying to quell the tide of angry reviews.
Well,
Because if your reviews are bad on Steam, that hurts your game. Someone sees a mixed rating, that's basically a death sentence for your game.
yeah.
Like, how
Overwatch
many of
2.
you go on Steam and see a game is mixed and are immediately, like, preparing yourself? Instead, like,
Yeah.
you're bracing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really go on Steam.
Fair. But, like, Slurp, what about you? If you see a mixed review, does that set off any red flags?
Yeah, I was looking at a game I was looking forward to. Had mixed reviews. It was a free game. I avoided even
Ooh.
downloading it because it's mixed.
Exactly. Like, if you have a mixed rating, that just makes you hesitate. Even if you're a big fan of it, you'll go like, what happened?
The reasons you get mixed reviews is either game bad or developer bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's going on with Starfield right now? I believe it stands at mostly positive at the moment. Someone can double check that.
I will.
Last I saw it was mostly positive. Is it mixed now or?
My Steam is loading. Starfield. Hold on, I've got to confirm my age. It's recent reviews very positive, all reviews mixed. This is Warhammer
Okay.
Darktide. Hello? Hold on.
Calm
Stop.
down,
What?
Folly.
Hold on. I typed in Starfield. I clicked on
It is
Starfield.
mixed.
I put in my thing and it sent me to Warhammer 400. It's mixed.
Was it in your queue, and did you go next in queue?
I don't know. I didn't think I did, but that's pretty funny. Sorry about that.
Okay, so well, what are the reviews for Starfield?
Recent mixed, all reviews mixed. So it's very mixed.
Okay. Yeah, see, when I last saw Starfield, it was mostly positive. Then probably the news of like them baiting customers into giving them good reviews
Oh.
probably lowered it further. But yeah, Starfield is selling well. But Bethesda's not interested in games that sell well. They want games to sell Skyrim.
Yeah.
I hate that Skyrim is such success that I have to admit I have no less than 3 copies of the game.
Yeah, it's a good game. I can make fun of Skyrim and its multiple editions all day long, but it's a good game.
Sometimes you feel like playing Skyrim like you feel like a fast food burger or something.
Exactly.
The biggest deal for me is I've got one on the PlayStation 3. There's nothing I can do about that. That's being vanilla.
Same.
I have one on the PC I play vanilla, and then one I mod.
Nice. And I hate that, like,
I have
oh, I was just gonna say, I hate that you forget that newer ports of the game aren't all priced the same. Because you go and think, oh, I'd like to play Skyrim on this new console I have. And so you're putting aside like $15 or something to buy it. And it's 90 Australian dollars on the Switch.
yeah.
Sucks. What were you saying? Sorry.
Well, no, now I'm gonna switch subjects to dang, do I want to play Digimon World Next Order?
Digimon World Next Order? That's on my
this was
list.
the game I was talking to Folly the other day about, and I've even talked with Artman about this as well. But I want to get Digimon World Next Order on Steam sometime. But the problem is that for some reason they're selling this 10-year, I'm fairly certain it's 10-year-old game by now, for $60. I'm going to state my history with Digimon World Next Order. I bought the game used for $7. No one wanted it on PlayStation 4. I bought it. And I had a wonderful time. And then on Steam, they're just like $60. We added a run button.
Oh my goodness.
That's not reason to buy it. So yeah, I'm waiting for a sale of that game, but that's kind of what I'm feeling, that these different kinds of games, like the same game, is sold outrageously different prices somewhere else.
Yeah.
Can we not keep it consistent, guys? The game is not worth $60. It is almost 10 years old. It was on the Vita.
But do you want to talk about Digimon World Next Order?
Yes.
Because
God, yes.
yeah, I think Digimon World Next Order is the definitive way to get into like the Digimon World series.
It absolutely is. If you I would say that the best way to get into the series is to play Digimon World 1 on the PlayStation 1, go, ugh, and then you play Digimon World Next Order, and then you have the best time in the world.
Heck yeah.
Can I just say, when I did play Digimon World 1, it was absolute pain, but I would do it all over again if I had to.
Yep. And the question is, Artman, did you ever play Next Order?
No, I don't think I ever have.
You should. If it ever goes on sale, I'll consider getting it for you for Christmas. If that's something you're interested in. Because my god, that is, if you like Digimon and just like playing with them, and then you like, really the big part of Digimon World, the best part, and this is something that all games could study, building the city is one of the best feelings in the world.
Heck
Hey,
yeah.
that's one of the things that drew me to Fallout 4.
And they did it badly. But Digimon World, where you get to not only see your, like, every single Digimon you recruit does something new for the city, and then you can do more things for the city to upgrade what everyone can do, and then you can upgrade that. Everything feels awesome to just play. Like, you get all these Digimon, you see new foods get introduced to raise your partners better. You see bad food get introduced so that you can raise evil Digimon without actually being a terrible person.
Heck yeah.
Like, Folly, you're still like chapter 1 or 2, right?
I think I just got out of chapter 1. So it's a really slow start, but it definitely helps to let you figure out how the game works until you like dive into the plot and stuff like that. But it is a
And
slow start.
And one of the best things about Digimon World Next Order is that even if it crushes you to begin with, like the original Digimon World, it doesn't punish you for trying things. Digimon World tells you, oh, did your Digimon die? You lose a heart on your Digimon, meaning that, and by the way, in the original Digimon World, if your Digimon ever fainted 3 times, it died permanently.
That's so sad.
Death.
Meanwhile, in Next Order, when your Digimon dies or gets knocked out, slap on the wrist, back to town. Your Digimon's probably injured. It lost a little bit of lifespan, but you're okay. You can get right back out there, champ.
Mm-hmm.
And the more you battle with your Digimon, the more you train them correctly, raise them correctly. Unlike Digimon World 1, it starts telling you how to digivolve your Digimon. Where in the first game, it throws you into the ocean holding the lifeboat, and it's just like, how do I get a Greymon from my Agumon? And it knows. The game knows and says,
Figure it out,
"Did you
champ.
figure it out yet? No, die."
Oh my.
Oh yeah. Do you want to say the beginner strat, or should I?
Are we gonna talk about the baby grinding?
Yes.
Oh god.
Grease the wheels with baby blood.
That's
Oh,
how I phrased it.
what does that mean?
Okay, do you want to explain it, Artman, or should I?
I can explain it. Correct me if I get anything wrong.
Fair enough.
But basically, the way to get the most out of your gear is to train up one of your Digimon. Like, the very first Digimon you get, play it as normal, and when they reincarnate for the first time, take them to the gym, work them relentlessly on all of the machines. I think it's like somewhere between 20 to 100 times per
Nope.
machine.
No, you're too much.
Okay. But yeah, basically just run them relentless, and eventually the machines will loosen up and give you more bonus points. But you have to go through like 3 or 4 baby Digimon because they are not surviving this process. You are getting multiple eggs.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm going to explain the full process now. So everything he said was was mostly correct. However, after your first Digimon dies, you need to rush to the gym because here are some numbers for you guys. Your Digimon will digivolve after 1 hour. Then it will digivolve again after 6 to 12 hours, depending on the time of day that your Digimon hatch. Because if it sleeps, then it will automatically digivolve. Okay?
Okay.
This means you have at most 13 uses of the gym equipment because every time you use the gym, that costs 1 hour. You have to use a machine 10 times with the same Digimon before it is a rookie. So before it digivolves twice, and you just have to relentlessly train them no matter what. You have no time to spare whatsoever. No, and you don't feed it, you don't take it to the bathroom, you just train it on the machine until the machine upgrades once, and it can only ever upgrade one time. And by the time you finish with one machine, your Digimon will now be a rookie. But now it has no techniques. You just destroyed your Digimon's life to get this machine upgraded permanently for the rest of your playthrough. What do you do then? You take it out back to a stronger Digimon. It gets annihilated. You get a new egg. You do it again. Until
so
all
sad.
6 machines are upgraded permanently. You can now play the game normally with upgraded equipment and try to forget the sins that you have done.
Yeah, I had to turn off the empathy part of my brain just to make the game bearable.
How does that sound?
Sounds like a good video game.
Oh my.
Did the devs mean for this to happen this way? No. They just wanted you to train on one machine until it got upgraded, and then those sweet Digimon, they're all dead. All of them. We took them out back.
Oh
It's
god,
like
no.
when
Sorry.
it's like when Slurped whacked everyone with the shovel in Lethal Company.
Exactly
Oh.
like that.
Did that make them stronger?
No.
No,
It
it,
made
just
the
gave us an
company-
extra 5 credits.
It made the company stronger.
Yep.
But
It's exactly like that. You just have to turn off the empathy. Oh, and in case anyone's curious, that does not work for the new Digimon World Next Order game. Do not grease the machines with the baby blood. Moving on to other games that came out this year, though, because let's move on. Before we move on, I got one more indie game to announce. But did anyone have any more indie games worth mentioning for the year?
Well, Armin just mentioned an indie game just before.
Oh,
Lethal Company.
Lethal
Well-
Company.
Well-
Oh my gosh.
Folly and
I was
Isaac brought it up.
hesitant on mentioning that one because that game is still in early access.
True.
I
It
was
is
going to
good,
put
though.
that on the list of games we are looking forward to, kind of like Slime Rancher 2, you know?
Right.
Otherwise,
yeah.
we would count Dave the Diver as a 2022 game because that was also early access that year.
Oh, there you go.
Mhm.
Well, yeah. Does anyone else have any indie games? And then maybe we will talk about what we're looking forward to.
Okay, I do have one more indie game.
Go for it.
Sea of Stars, the winner of the Best Independent Game Award.
I do want to play that game.
That's good. I forgot that it won.
Yep, it is amazing. Like, seriously, if you guys enjoy... I've said this too much. If you guys enjoy RPGs, play Sea of Stars. It's really that good.
I will
My-
at some point.
My endorsement of the game, Did you play The Messenger? If yes, did you enjoy The Messenger? If also yes, play Sea of Stars.
Here's my suggestion. Did you play Chrono Trigger? Did you enjoy Chrono Trigger, one of the best RPGs ever made? Play Sea of Stars.
Okay, that's a big endorsement.
I'm gonna say it bases a lot of its combat off of Chrono Trigger. Now, I'm not trying to get people who like Chrono Trigger upset, but it definitely has heavy inspiration of that game. Like, it wears Chrono Trigger on its sleeve. Not so much as trying to figure out which one's better. I'm saying they're both the same style.
That's cool.
They're
It's kind of like a little brother emulating their big brother because they look up to him so much.
yeah, and the thing is though, where most games feel like knockoffs, Sea of Stars does its own thing, and it feels good. It like combines Chrono Trigger's combat style with Super Mario RPG's timed hits.
Oh, okay.
It's a wonderful game from start to finish. I have nitpicks of the game. Things like you go from the zombie island to the ghost island to the undead pirate island in a section of the game, and I got tired of the undead, but after that it's all good.
Heck
Yeah, the biggest problem, I believe, what that was mentioned is that the newest party member that you get in that area has access to poison attacks. Guess what the undead resists?
Oh, that's
Well,
unfortunate.
that's not true.
Uh,
I thought it was funny because they made it so there is no poison status ailment, but they do have poison style attacks. But for some reason, it works on the undead.
oh.
Oh.
And I said that it's really weird that it's the case, but otherwise, I understand it would be really bad to introduce a character and make them useless immediately. And I have played games that have done that too. I'm trying to think of one because I know I played one recently. It might even be Super Mario RPG, where one of the first things it does is introduce Mallow into the game. And this is why Mallow gets a bad rap throughout the game. For those of you who don't know, Mallow is kind of a magic using weak strength character, and one of the first things you fight are things that can silence.
Ah.
So it's like as soon as you get the mage who can't really physically attack well, you just get silenced and turned into a mushroom over and over again, or put to sleep. Like Mallow gets shut down so easily. But otherwise, it's yeah. So games that give you a character and then immediately put them to shame is always a bad thing. Always. It's like picking Charmander in Pokemon. Some people think Charmander is the weakest, but that's only because you fight Brock first and then Misty.
Mm-hmm.
Misty.
Misty.
After that, the world's pretty much his oyster.
Yep.
And even in the Gen 3 remakes, they give Charmander a fighting chance against Brock if you're willing to level him up to like 16.
I think a little earlier, but yeah. Metal Claw.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Which
And
is
then,
funny because once you are that level, Onyx's defense is so high that you're probably better off still using Ember.
mm-hmm. And for those saying that, oh, that's only for Brock, outside of Cerulean City Gym, there are so many grass types, it's stupid.
Mm-hmm. But yes, Sea of Stars is definitely a game everyone should look at least. It is
Heck
a
yeah.
shining example of what an indie team can do when they try to become a game that they're trying. Like, it's so hard to be like, we want to make a game like Chrono Trigger and pull it off. A game completely told by the characters, not by some dumb lore dump.
Cool.
So that's the last of the truly independent games I wanted to bring up. But that's not all the games I'm I'm done with. But let's talk about some of the AAA games. What are your guys' AAA games of the year? Now, we've already been over Tears of the Kingdom. We've already been over let's see. Yeah, we talked about Hi-Fi Rush and Super Mario RPG. But are there any others?
I know I probably have, but it's not coming to mind.
Isaac?
I mean, I have other games written down here, but they're all games that I haven't played yet because I don't own them yet.
Okay. Do you have any that you want to mention? Because we can talk. This
Oh,
entire section's about talking.
yeah, games I wanted to play that came out this year.
Yeah.
Let's see. So we already talked about Sea of Stars and Tears of the Kingdom. Let's see. Which one do I want to talk about first? The Ghost Trick Phantom Detective coming back.
Oh, heck
Oh
yeah.
yeah, remake
I
of
love
Ghost
that
Trick.
game.
I forgot that came out this year. Yeah, you're right. Good
Fake
time.
fans. Everyone forgot
I
about
love
Ghost
it.
Trick.
I haven't played the remake, but I've beaten the original at least twice.
Nice.
If you guys are a fan of Phoenix Wright, try Ghost
I
Trick.
am.
What else do you have written down, or is that it?
No, I have more. There's Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys want to talk about that game for a bit?
Yeah.
I've played maybe 1 or 2 worlds of it, and it's a lot of fun. I've only played it like couch co-op though. So it's like on the same level that you would say that Wii Sports is a good game because you sat down and you played it with with friends.
Look, Wii Sports is top tier. Don't mock Wii Sports.
It is. I won't. But yeah, very cute game. I've heard it's like, you know, it's everyone loves it. Heck yeah. And a unique looking game as well. They kind of, you could see they were going for a new style.
Yeah, finally gone are the days of new Super Mario Bros.
Yeah. Who else played
Also-
it? Sorry, you go.
I wouldn't
What?
be against
No, I
it,
mean,
but I
I've played
definitely
it.
want to.
I've played it. I've played probably 5 of the worlds so far, maybe 6.
Nice.
I've still not been it. I can't really say that it's gonna be my favorite game, but it's definitely a game I've been. If I ever go, man, I really want to watch this YouTube video, but I don't care about watching the video itself, I'll play like 2 to 3 levels of Wonder. So I've been slowly pushing my way through it.
Nice.
But I will say though that I love the level design. This is some of the best level design in all of Mario. However, it's also some of the worst boss design in all of Mario.
Oh yeah.
Because every boss is
Bowser
Bowser
Jr.?
Jr.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I thought it was just a joke, going like, oh, he shows up a lot. No! There are no other bosses.
That's a shame.
There are even some worlds where there's no boss.
That's weird.
If you beat like, I think it's World 3, they even comment like, "Oh, there's no boss here? Like there's no castle here?" And they're just like, "No, we managed to evade Bowser's forces. You may take the seed." So you just get it. Go home. Like, and I was just like, "Oh, but then there's the plot twist where they come back and get us." No. Go to the next world. You're done. No final boss. Leave.
And something I learned about in a YouTube video, apparently there are a lot of secrets that they accounted for when it comes to one of the upgrade badges, the invisibility badge. Like, they have made a ton of custom dialogues for it. Like,
I know
one
there's
of them
one. I don't know of like tons.
oh, Bowser Jr. definitely reacts, and there's one I want to talk about, but it's about the final boss, so I really shouldn't.
Yeah, Bowser just says, "Oh, you think you can fool me? I can see you."
Not only that, he has special dialogue if you're playing as Peach.
Oh,
Oh, heck yeah.
okay.
One thing I think it is great about Mario Wonder is that they added Daisy into a
Heck,
mainline Mario game for once.
heck yes.
Oh yeah, Daisy deserved it. Do you know who else deserved it? Waluigi.
I only see Waluigi as a meme currently. That's all I can see him as.
Need to add Peach.
Oh my gosh, Wapeach. Oh yeah, Wapeach.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh, Larry.
Wapeach is in the dumpster like Bowsette is.
Um, there's something else I want to say. Oh yeah. Also want to comment on Yoshi. Like, why is his mouth built like that when he has something in his mouth?
Yeah.
Can we just say, like, also I want to point out that Yoshi is now a playable character and we are robbed that there are no, like, Elephant Yoshi and Fire Yoshi.
Oh yeah, same thing for
Rude.
Nabbit. They can't use power-ups.
Why can't we get Elephant Nabbit? I want to see Elephant Nabbit, Nintendo.
I think they justify it by making those two functionally immortal, except if you fall
I
into a
don't
pit.
care. I don't care.
I didn't say it was a good justification.
It's weird that they chose all of the Yoshis and Nabbit. I guess Yoshi has been used in other 2D games as the, the baby mode, hasn't he?
No.
No.
No, I think he's
This is
just
the
on the
first
steed.
time I think in a Mario game, in a 2D Mario game, where you can play as just Yoshi.
Huh, there you go.
Someone correct me if I'm wrong.
I don't recall another instance, so I don't know.
The only time I can think that you play as just Yoshi, other than Mario Party, is Super Mario 64 DS.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah,
That's a good
that
game.
might be
Also,
broken.
also Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island.
Yeah,
Well,
true.
okay, yeah, fair. But that one's so different. That's like saying Super Mario Bros. 2 USA.
Gotcha.
Like,
Gotcha.
that one didn't even have power-ups. But yeah, like Yoshi deserves Fire Yoshi. I'm gonna be that guy.
Maybe they should have done like what they did in like what was it, Mario World, where if he had like a specific enemy in his mouth, he could shoot out fireballs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yep.
would be fun.
Red Shell Koopas.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right. I'm going to mention some more AAA games. And if you guys want to talk about them, that's cool. But these are going to be my recommendations before I mention before we each state what our game of the year is. So first off, Octopath Traveler 2. Good
Oh yeah,
game.
that was a game I wanted to bring up too.
Okay, so we are going to talk about that one.
I mean, I saw you play it a bit, and like, there's only one reason I wanted to get that game, and that was because of Particio.
Particio is best. Like that, he made the game. Like, it's hard to say like the whole game about 8 characters is only good because of one character. And in fact, he is the one character who I thought hilariously I would dislike.
Interesting.
Because, well, I'm sorry, his whole backstory states that he is a kind capitalist. Which is an oxymoron. But my God, they did it. And he's a kind capitalist, and I love him so much.
I think what makes him work is that he not only believes in the virtues of a meritocracy, but he practices it.
Yeah, I don't even think it's just meritocracy. He's just helping people live a happy capitalist life. He was just like, gone are the days of trading, time for the days of commerce. And he just works. He's so good at it. He will sneak his way into your heart.
Snuck your way right into your heart like Love Handle from Phineas
Yes.
and Ferb.
Like a ninja of love repelling down from above.
Yep.
Anyway, you got anything else to add about Octopath Traveler 2? It's a good game. I don't know if it's like between Sea of Stars, Super Mario RPG, and especially the last thing on my list. I don't think I could say it's the best RPG of the year, but you will have a good time if you enjoyed Octopath Traveler 1. It's better than Octopath Traveler 1 in almost every way.
I'm
Well,
glad
that's
to
good.
hear it's better than Octopath Traveler 1.
That's
I still need to beat the first one.
It's a long game.
Yeah.
Alright, Q, breathe.
It did. Once, 2 hours ago.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so the next game is Spider-Man 2.
Yes, the game you played 24 hours.
Yes, I did.
And you had fun with it, darn it.
I do not recommend playing it for 24 hours straight.
Like I said, you're a mad lad.
I am. I beat it in 24 hours by just ignoring all of my basic needs.
oh no.
My goodness.
It was fun, okay? I did not want to stop, and I did not stop because it was fun. Spider-Man 2 is a great game, and I look forward to the future of the series. Unfortunately, the only reason it's not Game of the Year material is because the other games were so much better. That's saying something because Spider-Man 2 was a dang good game.
It's had some really strong contenders this year, huh?
Oh yeah, especially my number one. And that's the last game I have before my number one, so before we talk about that one, I am going to ask everyone else, what was your Game of the Year? Would anyone like to go first? All right, Slurp.
I don't play many games. I would just say Hi-Fi Rush.
That's deserved.
Slurp.
Sorry, can you repeat that? I was distracted by Slorb.
I'd say Hi-Fi Rush. Typically, I don't play that many games. It's like the best game I can come up with currently.
And that's fair. Artman, what would you say your Game of the Year is?
It's gonna be so obvious, but Tears of the Kingdom.
Heck
And that's a
yeah.
good choice. There are no wrong answers here except for Isaac's.
Wow.
Isaac. Well, no, beforehand, I should go back to Slurp. Slurp, is there anything else you would like to add about Hi-Fi Rush that has not been covered already? That is a reason why it's your game of the year,
Just solid game.
and that's all you need to say. Arman, is there anything else you would like to add for Tears of the Kingdom as to why it resonated with you specifically and deserves your game of the year?
It just did everything right in my opinion. It was it was a very good experience for me, and it was something I was excited to play every week. It was like in between my streams, I was like, I want to play this game, but I can't because the story.
I
I was
have
just
been there
excited.
before.
I was just excited to see what was next.
Heck yeah.
Reminds me of playing Pikmin 4 the last few weeks. I just kept waiting for Friday to roll around so I could play it. Let's see. Isaac, what is your game of the year and why is it your game of the year?
Of the 3 games I played, I'll have to say Super Mario RPG. Because it's just been a grand old time, very fun. Still has a lot of the charm, and everyone dancing when they level up lives rent free in my head now.
It's so
That
cute.
is reason enough to be game of the year. That is correct. And lastly, Folly.
Okay. Well, not including I jokingly said Lethal Company would be game of the year, but because I'm not considering that, because it's still early access, and because Tears of the Kingdom has already been said, although
You can have
it's,
it too.
I do wanna, I wanna jazz it up a little bit, although it's just below tied just because my emotions for Tears of the Kingdom are like not as fresh as this game. The game that I feel like has made me be like, this is a good game and I am enjoying playing this game is Pikmin 4.
There you go.
Yeah.
Pikmin.
Pikmin 4 is just like, because I haven't had Pikmin experience since like being 10 years old or something like that, playing Pikmin 1 and just being just horribly traumatized. No, that's an exaggeration, but you guys know.
Yeah.
Pikmin 4 has just been such a good game to just jump into for, you know, a short amount of time or like a stream length amount of time, and kind of it's been a game where I have felt nice streaming it, even if I get like I go brain dead for a bit and I just go collecting little things and not talking for periods of time. It's just still really enjoyable. It's good, and the ending, the ending of the main story, that is, it got me.
Oh, you think that's not the main story though? You're working on the main story.
Sorry, the um
The
the
first ending.
the first ending. Yeah, let's say that. Yeah, Pikmin 4 good. I think it's a great gateway into the Pikmin as well.
Are you happy that it won an award yesterday?
No, I'm like horrified that it won best family game.
No, it
Like,
didn't.
what?
It
What?
didn't win Best Family. That was Super Mario Bros. Wonder.
What did Pikmin win? Oh, was it strategy
Best
game?
strategy game. That's why I said, oh, people are gonna be mad about that.
Yeah.
But it right.
I mean, Dandori. Dandori time.
Dandori.
Dance your Dory.
Well, good. I'm glad because I had it in my head that it won best family game, and that was keeping me up at night.
Nope, it won
Right.
best strategy game.
Hey, I like the strategy in it.
It is. It's Dandori.
Dandori. All right, Q. What's your game of the year?
I'm surprised anyone has to ask. A little offended. Because the
Yes,
number
sir.
one game is super obvious, and that is All of You Are Wrong. Baldur's Gate 3.
Yay!
Mm.
Well, tell us about it. I've only played 4 hours of it, so tell me why this is your game of the year.
Baldur's Gate 3 is my game of the year because of how it emulates Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition so masterfully. It's such a good game on its own, but not only that, the performances, along with the voice work, the acting, the choices you can make throughout the adventure. If you think you might be able to do something, there's a 90% chance you're gonna be able to do it. And I mean, like, if you are crazy and you just think way out of the box, like, the devs never thought I would think to do this. They did. They thought of it, and you do it. I've done things like, for example, I've gone up to someone and I had a piece of rotten cheese on me. I then...
The Q cut out.
I'm complete this. You can pretend to fart by using the cheese. And it distracts the genie. And it's just like, why did that work? Why did... Okay.
We lost a lot of what you were saying.
You did?
Yeah, you cut out but came back at the perfect time. So just say that again.
Okay,
What did you
it
do
was
with the
cement.
cheese?
So I'm saying anything you think you can do, you can do. If you think that something is going to work, it probably will work. In Baldur's
Acid
Gate.
Blast Point Blank.
What?
Acid Blast Point Blank.
Blast Point Blink?
Acid
Acid Blast.
I don't know what that means.
Do you know the skill Acid Blast?
The cantrip? Wait, what? No.
Yes.
Oh, acid spray? Yeah, what about it?
Point blank.
Yeah.
The devs thought you could do that.
Yeah, you can do that.
Wouldn't it like...
But I'm saying if you get creative with things, if you I have done things like, okay, I want to loot this dock. I have yeeted everyone. They're referring to a video? Oh, maybe.
Yeah, I was.
Okay,
Oh
sorry.
dear.
What?
I remember which video it is.
Oh, I don't. I've never seen it. But the point is that in Baldur's Gate, I wanted to loot a dock. I've thrown people off of the dock to loot the stuff there. I have the game is what you make of it. If you want to talk your way out of situations, you can probably talk your way out of most situations in the game. If you want to become a battle-hardened super warrior, you can probably do that too.
What I've learned from Q is that he likes throwing things into the water.
I do. I really do.
Q would participate in the Boston Tea Party.
Probably. Down with government. But ultimately, how you build your character, there are so many different ways to do it, so many different classes. And
The Q got cut out again.
Yeah, hold on. You've cut out again.
everything you do. I cut out again?
Yeah.
This is great. I love rambling and then being told I'm not being heard.
Oh,
Aw.
I'm sure
When
they're
was last
hearing you
numbered?
on your stream. Oh,
Yeah, that's true.
What was the last thing we heard? Just
Don't ask
say,
me, I have an atrocious memory.
just say that whole sentence again.
It rewards you for everything you do with new cutscenes, new dialogue. The amount of dialogue in this game is phenomenal. It has different dialogue depending on your race. It has different dialogue depending on your class. It has different dialogue depending on your class's god. Like, there's not just the cleric option. There's a different cleric option for every kind of cleric.
That's sick.
I can worship an evil god named Tiamat, and then go up to a child who says their parents have died, and your cleric option can be their death is good, for it makes way for the coming of the dragon god.
My goodness.
Because that's what you chose to be. It has lines of dialogue even like that. It can't be stated enough that while the game may not be the most visually impressive looking, every part of the game was thought through and plays excellently, and it is a marvel that it works as well as it does. I have currently played through the entire game twice. I have about 4 different games I'm running in Baldur's Gate 3, and each one of them I'm playing an incredibly different character than the last. I have one character where I'm playing as a sorcerer, and my whole thing is I'm shooting fireballs. I have one thing where I'm a wizard, and I have to manage my spells appropriately, and I'm creating an entire magic missile build where I can create thunder blasts with my magic missiles so powerful I knock myself out with them.
My goodness.
I have a playthrough going with Max's husband where we're playing as 4 barbarians. Going through everything, big meatheads, crushing our way through everything. And then lastly, another game I'm playing is where we're playing with 3 clerics and a wizard. I'm one of the clerics, and I'm pretending to be the Grinch, except I couldn't get green. I could only get like brownish green for my character, and I'm pretending that whole Whoville incident happened a long time ago, and I'm trying to spread joy again. But because I couldn't get the proper shade of green and I'm more brownish, I called myself the Granch because I look more like grain.
The green.
The point is, anything you want to do, you could probably do it. It is your choice. Don't assume every single thing you do is going to be another battle. You get to choose if it's a battle, and even if it is a battle, you might be able to turn it into your favor depending on your choices beforehand. It deserves Game of the Year simply because of how good it is and how replayable it is. There will not be another game like this for a very long time. If you haven't played Baldur's Gate 3 and you're interested in it, I say it's worth full price. Try it.
Heck yeah.
Now, Folly, you have played only a few hours of it, but what is your experience?
My experience, I feel like you could easily get lost in the source in it for like several hours, just kind of like wandering around, stuff like that, doing battles slowly and stuff like that. I it's a very adult game in
Yes.
in the way that, like, it almost feels like you're missing out on some story if you're trying to avoid a lot of adult scenarios. I mean,
But you're not.
obviously,
Like, a
you,
lot of them are just optional.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't think there's a single thing required through the sex scenes.
A super rare item you get just in one random scene.
No. There's no super rare item you get through banging your partner.
Darn, they should add that in.
The item is a child.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but it's definitely something special. And I don't know if like it would be best to first experience it by yourself or to first experience it like playing co-op with a bunch of friends. Because then that just makes it
Playing
D&D.
with others.
Yeah.
It is the absolute best playing with others who also have about your same level of expertise
Oh yeah,
of the
okay.
game. Or if you have someone who's really good about not spoiling things. Because I have played the game with several people and I never spoil anything and they're always taken aback. They're just like, "You knew?" I was like, "Yeah."
Heck yeah. Oh,
So there are some pretty good twists as well. I'm not going to state like what happens at all,
yeah.
but it
Oh,
is
sorry.
something like just enjoy it when you can. If you can find other people to play it with, do it. It is a steep learning curve if you don't know Dungeons and Dragons right off the bat, but it does offer, like, if you just boot up the game, it does offer you the bare basics. Anytime you pick a class, it does give you everything and asks if you want to change it. And you can respec at any time throughout the game. You can never feel like you're ever trapped.
Yeah.
Like, you can respec anytime you want.
My experience as someone who has never properly played D&D and the only knowledge I have of it is from like watching podcasts and stuff like that and just absorbing information that way. I think it's doable for complete beginners. It definitely helps to have a chat with you who kind of explains some things. But yeah, it's a good game.
All right. And so now that my ranting is over about Baldur's Gate 3, I apologize for the amount of time that I spent on that.
That's
And by that I
fine.
mean I'm not sorry whatsoever. Would do again.
I mean, you all good?
Let's talk about the final subject. What games are we excited for?
For next year?
Yes, and the year beyond. Like, what games are keeping us being gamers and looking forward to the future things?
I got a few. Unless
Would
someone else
anyone
wants to
like
go
to
first.
go first? Folly.
Okay.
I feel like you're the only one in here asked to go first.
I'm gonna say Lethal Company. I mean, just today we saw that Lethal Company is getting a new update, and I think it's just a wonderful, just perfect little example of what I assume is one dev, by their name, just like one person who I guess just wanted to fill a niche of kind of like, I wouldn't be surprised if they were inspired by the popularity that Phasmophobia got. And I've heard that there's other games similar to Lethal Company, extraction type games, let's call them. And I just think it's Lethal Company good. That's all I can say.
Yes, good.
It's good.
Slurp, are you okay?
Yeah.
That's Lethal Company
Okay.
happening to him.
Yeah, he got lethal accompanied.
All right, down the list, Isaac.
I got a few. I'm gonna start off with one I know Folly will agree with me on, but Professor Layton in the New World of Steam.
Yeah.
Like, the 2025 release date kind of broke me inside a little, but I can wait. And I have like 3 more I have written down. The Thousand Year Door remake.
Oh
It
yeah.
looks fantastic, and I'm just like excited to see and hoping it'll be good.
Hey, one at a time, one at a time.
Yeah.
I did want to say about Professor Layton. My experience with Professor Layton has been I played the Phoenix Wright crossover game.
I mean, it's a good game.
That's my entire experience.
I've actually got the first 2 games on the DS.
Yeah, me too. I think I only have the first 2, Azran Legacy and the crossover for Professor Layton. I need more.
I don't know if I'm excited for the new, what's it called? The New World of Steam.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not sure if I'm excited for it, but I really hope it does well enough that I'm interested in it.
Yeah.
So far, graphically, it does look very nice. But they have shown literally nothing else, so yay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You have anything to comment on about the Thousand Year Door before I move on to the next game I want to talk about?
Oh, I absolutely have so much to say about the Thousand Year Door, but I'm going to sum it up with play it.
I agree.
I mean-
Play it.
I don't know if I'm going to get it yet or not, because my sister is considering getting it for me. It's on a list. If I do get it, I am definitely playing the heck out of it.
I'm
But
going to be so annoying. Look, the Thousand Year Door is quite possibly the best Mario RPG. The fact that it's getting a remake, yes. Very, very excited. And there's the fact that it might have new stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like new stuff. But that being said, I'm not so blind that this could be an inferior version. I'm completely open that might be the case. I have been burned before by Mario RPG remakes. Sorry, Bowser's Inside Story. Sorry, Superstar Saga. Superstar Saga especially. You were better on the GBA. But yeah, I'm very hopeful and optimistic for the Thousand Year Door remake, and hope that the Sticker Star era can finally die.
Same.
And I will end that by saying the Origami King was a pretty good game.
I have a question. Paper Mario fans may kill me. Can I skip the first one and go straight to Thousand Year Door?
May.
Okay. Excellent.
you aren't missing out on too much.
Don't
I
say that.
would-
Hold on.
Okay. Let me say what I say, and then you can fine tune it. I would say you are missing out, but I understand if you want to jump to Thousand Year Door.
That's acceptable.
Okay.
like saying you aren't missing out on too much. No, Paper Mario 1 is an absolutely fantastic game that stands on its own 2 feet and is still an absolutely wonderful experience worth checking out.
It is very
However,
cute.
if you decide you just want to play the Thousand Year Door, there's nothing really connecting the two. There might be a side character, but really they're different enough that you don't need to know. It's not like the return of this character. No, it's new villain, new game, new location, new partners. Not a single one of them returns as a playable partner. You may see a couple of you can see one character in Chapter 7 from the first game.
That's the post game, I think.
Oh god, they even show up in post game. Okay, so yeah, you don't even get to see them.
There's one that appears in the beginning cutscene, and then there's the other one that appears in the post game.
Yeah, but even then, they could just be if you don't know who Parakarry is, it's just you could just imagine it as a generic male Koopa.
Heck yeah.
But honestly, you don't need to play the first game, but the first game has enough charm that if you decide you want to play it through questionable means, then enjoy yourself.
Yeah, sounds
Or,
good.
it is on the Nintendo Switch family service if you have the N64 games.
Yeah.
But that being said, yes, just play the Thousand Year Door if that's the only one you want to play. And then play Bug Fables.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. Max, who jumped right into Bug Fables, not having played any Paper Mario game prior.
Well, now we can be annoying towards her and tell her to play the Thousand Year Door and see where the inspiration came from.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, we're going to go be annoying to Max.
Oh my goodness.
Slurp, you have anything to say about those two games?
No.
Okay. I will go on to the oh my gosh, Slurp. Okay, the next game. I'm gonna cover this one briefly, but RZ, the Jewel of Faramore, the one that's inspired by CDI Zelda.
Yeah, I forgot about that one. I hope it's good.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's good. Like, it'd be so
bad.
funny.
I hope it's fun to play.
I hope it's playable, but I still hope it's garbage.
Well, you hope it's so bad it's good kind of way, or just bad?
No,
bad?
I want the gameplay to be excellent, and I want the actual content of the game to be so atrocious it's bad it's good.
Like the story and the cutscenes.
Yeah. I don't want the pain of the game to actually be playing it. I want the pain of the game to be like, why does it look like this?
You don't have to worry on that end.
Thinking.
One thing I do think is pretty wild that they did is that they brought back the voice actors of Link and Zelda from the CDI games.
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah.
It's definitely a passion project. So
yeah.
I do hope it goes well.
Yeah, me too.
I'm gonna say that.
Maybe they were really just inspired by the memes and wanted to make more memes. I don't know.
Heck yeah.
But passion is still a passion, I guess. Okay, and then the final game I wanted to talk about, Princess Peach Showtime.
Oh yeah.
A new game about Princess Peach. And is it appropriate to say she gets magical transformations for her power-ups?
You can just
I think
that's
so.
fine. It's in the promotional material.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Anyone, look, I'm gonna throw this out there. If people are getting upset that it's in the trailer, come on, that's how they're selling the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm just please let it be good. I guess that's just me with all the games I'm hoping for. I'm just please be good.
will say that I'm not excited for that one. I don't
Sorry.
think it's going to be amazing. I'm going to end saying that I hope I'm wrong.
I could imagine it being like really short, like you're just getting into the game and then you realize that there's no game left. I don't know, because they showed us like maybe 4 transformations.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It just feels like, to me, the game is going to be like, oh, go to this area. Here you have powers, these very specific powers that can only be used here and only here. You use them for like 30 minutes to an hour. Then you give up the powers and go to the next room. Continues for 7 hours. Then you fight one final thing where you have to use all of the powers. And then it's over.
Do we know who's making it? It just says
Nintendo.
Nintendo. Oh, I was thinking like if they had a side team working on it or something.
Oh, Nintendo doesn't release that info, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
They never state who's the main team and which teams are on. Like, you got to scrape for that stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, do you want to know who made the maps for The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom?
Instead of
It was Monolith Soft, the people who made Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Oh. That's interesting. They should tell us that stuff.
No, they don't. But I will say that they only helped. But really, when you see how much Monolith Soft has been helping, like, Monolith Soft is very open about which games it helps on, but you're just like, wow, you've really been a part of most of Nintendo's knocked it out of the park things.
Heck yeah.
Like, Monolith Soft is awesome. I hope that they get another. Like, and they also came out with DLC for Xenoblade Chronicles 3 this year, so I'm allowed to talk about them during this video.
Mm-hmm.
They're amazing. The entire Xenoblade trilogy is now finished, and I highly recommend that one.
Nice.
But yeah, keep an eye on who's actually saying they're helping Nintendo, because Nintendo don't say which teams are working on what.
I will
That's
say
unfortunate.
one thing I do remember about what was it called, Princess Peach?
Showtime?
Showtime. There's an animator. I think it's Pringus McDingus. Made a really cute animation of Peach going through the forms that was revealed to us.
Oh yeah, I think I might have seen that one.
I love it. It's cute.
But yeah, I hope that Peach Showtime is good, and I hope that I'm not dissuading you from buying it. If you want it, get it, enjoy it. I hope it's one of the best games of the year, but I'm not seeing that right now. That's all.
You
I'm
should
saying.
you should
My
enjoy this game now.
my process for games though is like I'll see a game I probably might get excited for it. I'll like check it out a bit, like when they release it, like do I still think it'll look fun? And if it's whether it's a yes, well, it depends, but like if it's a yes, I'll get it. But if it turns out like maybe I wasn't whatchamacallit, if I'm not as interested in it anymore, then it's a no.
Okay. But
It
yeah,
doesn't spark joy.
I mostly just have to cover my tracks. I hate that I'm being so defensive, but again, if you're interested in the game, enjoy it.
Yard.
What were you gonna say, Folly?
Oh, I said it doesn't spark joy when Isaac was talking about once you get to the actual release date and if you're not sure if you're gonna buy it or not. Games are expensive, so you have to make those decisions sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And is there anything else on your list of games you're excited for?
Nope, that was it.
Artman, your turn.
Uh, well, I'm most excited about the two Super Mario RPG games. Yeah, the two Super Mario RPG games. The RPG remake and the Thousand Year Door remake.
Oh, RPG Remake's already out.
I know. I'm just excited to get my hands on them. I'm one of those late adopters.
Okay.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't keep my ear to the ground a lot, if I'm being honest.
That's fair. I mean, I've already said a game I thought you'd be interested in, but okay.
Which one was that one?
We'll get to it when it's my turn.
Okay.
Okay. Folly, I forget. Did I ask you already?
I've been basically on the same brainwave as Isaac.
Plus
And
Lethal Company.
yeah, plus Lethal Company. Yeah, I think I'm really going with the flow for this upcoming year. Just checking out. I want to check out more indie games and stuff, I think.
All right. And Slurp?
I am really looking forward to Little Nightmares 3. Which is gonna find it's gonna be multiplayer, which is gonna be good.
Oh yeah.
Give me epilepsy
Yeah.
with that one.
Sorry, what you?
You're gonna give me epilepsy with that one.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean?
Slurp
What
is
are
going
Little
ham,
Nightmares?
Casey going wild.
Hang on, I'll change it real quick.
First he's
Is
little
that
and then
Rainbow
he's a
one I have?
nightmare.
But yeah, Little Nightmares 3 does sound good.
Slurp
And then
is
we
your-
have far in the future, probably in my children's lifetime, Silk Song.
Yeah.
You know, that's on my list. I feel like the obligatory Silk song. Please.
Give us
Give
a little bit of nutrients of Silk Song.
Can you not spare one square?
Man, I
Alright, then
just
we have
hope
my list of games I'm excited for, unless someone else has one more.
No, I'm
Nope.
just excited for more Lethal Company with the fellas and the
Heck
ladies.
yeah.
There you go,
Okay,
no more epilepsy.
Oh my gosh.
Damn it, man!
What did he do?
Clone.
What's wrong?
Oh, this is weird. Anyway, this first one is going to be for me and only me. Excited for Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Ooh.
Oh, that's the one they showed. That's Budokai Tensei or something like that. Is that the right word?
Nope.
It was
Would you like to
at the
try
Game
again?
Awards. It was at the Game Awards. They
Yeah,
showed
would
it
you
off.
like to try again with that one, or
Nope.
you good? Okay. So the original name was Budokai Tenkaichi.
Okay. I got Budokai right.
Yeah, you got Budokai right. But Dragon Ball Sparking Zero is made by the people who made the Budokai Tenkaichi series. And they're coming out with a new game, and they haven't come up, like, we have not had a Budokai Tenkaichi game, which is still to this day considered to be one of the best Dragon Ball games to come out since the PlayStation 2.
Wow.
And now they're just like, what if we create another? Except it's not called Budokai Tenkaichi in Japan. It's called Sparking.
Heck yeah.
So now it's Dragon Ball Sparking Zero for everyone. Naming conventions. It's basically going to be a Tenkaichi game, except it's going into the Dragon Ball Super territory, which, yes, please, in my blood, soon. But not too soon, because there's another game I'm excited for. But we've already been over Persona 3 Reload. Here's going to be a game I'm minorly excited for that I'm not sure how I'm going to feel when it finally comes out. And this name's a doozy. Metaphor Refantazio.
Yeah. That's a new
Interesting
Atlas
title.
game, isn't it?
Yeah. It's Persona, but medieval.
Have
I'm
they
mixed on the whole thing.
have they explained how, like, it are they going to have like Persona like stands, I'm gonna call them, or is it
No, it's
just
not going to have stands or anything like that, but it has a calendar system like Persona. It has a
ah
combat system where each of your buttons is mapped to, like, triangle is skills, square is attack, circle is guard, and well, no, X is attack, and square is like items and all that. But it's got its own thing, so it's like Persona. And then it's got this whole thing where you can hang out with people to raise their affection towards you in order to unlock things, like Persona.
okay.
So yeah, it's just medieval Persona. It's weird.
Yeah, I hope
We'll
it's
see
good.
how the actual game is when it comes out. But Atlas is very hit and miss when it actually comes to their games that aren't Persona.
Mm.
But their big selling point this time was, guys, this one's made by the people who made Persona 3, 4, and 5. Please buy. Please. Please. Their last few games have not done well. Because they just won't make Persona 6.
What
Which
happened
they
to
should.
what happened to Shin Megami Tensei? Was it 3? The one that just came out?
No.
Oh, it wasn't 3. Was it bad?
It, yeah, it was not the best.
Oh, that sucks.
To put simply, Shin Megami Tensei 5 sold bad. Like, it was Switch only, and it was super duper hard. And due to the heavy amounts of RNG required in a lot of combat, and the combat being the most annoying of the entire series, it didn't do too well. For some reason, they decided to make it so that you have to debuff enemies like every 2 turns in order to get damage out and not die.
Oh, that's annoying.
And yeah, even if you're playing on normal difficulty, the game will kick your teeth in so hard you won't be prepared. And you basically have to create a new team for every single boss you encounter in the game.
Oh my.
Is it possible to beat? Yes. Is it possible to beat on the hardest difficulties? Absolutely. But you have to know the game to even beat it on normal.
Ah.
I was getting my teeth kicked in playing it on easy.
Ooh.
It's a grind.
And this is a
That's
game they announced. Well, they initially announced in like 2015 or something, right?
Yeah, and it did not sell too well. And it did not review too well. So now they have to like, also hardcore fans are not a fan of how they redesigned a lot of the creatures of the series.
Oh no.
Because it was a Switch title, they redesigned almost every creature which had, you know, any semblance of nudity, and just like fully clothed them all.
Oh no. What about hold on. Oh no, is that a Persona character? Hold
What?
on. No. Mara?
I don't think Mara's in the game.
No!
Who's Mara?
You don't want to know.
You do want to know. Go ahead and Google it, you poor innocent child.
Shin Megami Tensei Mara. Go for it. Oh, he got a hat at one stage. That's nice.
Oh, it's that one, the one on wheels.
Yep.
Yeah. Sorry, I made you Google that.
No, Mara is in 5. It's just one of the final things you can get and have to go pretty much through the entire game to get it. Can never be found. Okay, so it's something you actually have to seek out. You can never find it.
Ah.
Like, you can't find it in the overworld or from enemies. You have to create it yourself. You have to know what you're doing.
Okay, okay.
And this is, again, one of those games that's just like, hey, do you want to fuse using the time of day?
Oh,
Currently,
no.
it's currently 1 p.m. Can't fuse it now. I'm just like, cool, we're bringing that back. But yeah, they didn't sell too well with the remake of SMT3. I mean, I think that sold fairly well. It sold better than SMT5. Googling, like, I'm Googling that to double check. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Can I bring up a game real quick?
Yes. Well,
I suddenly remembered there is a game that I think a lot of us are looking forward to, even though we don't know anything about it yet. Monster Hunter
Yeah.
Wilds!
yep, that's on the list.
Yeah.
Heck yes. You get to ride a
Super
little
good.
raptor thing.
By the way, I got the numbers for you. Okay, so before we get into Monster Hunter speak, because
Yep.
God, I have a lot to say about it.
Yep.
How much would you say is a good sales number for a company as big as Atlas?
Oh gosh.
1.
5 million?
Okay. Arman, how many would you say is a good, I'll give you a point of reference. I'm going to Google Persona 5 Royal sales on Switch, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Persona 5 Royal on Switch sold apparently 3.2 million copies.
Ooh.
Mm.
How much? So that's their best-selling game. How much would you say is a good sales number?
This is coming from a place of being jaded and I hate it, but no less than 2 mil.
That's fine. Okay. Isaac, do you still say 5 million's a good number?
Maybe about like 3.5.
Okay. Slurp?
2 mil. I don't know.
Okay. And Folly, how much would you say?
Well, I'll go 2.5.
Okay. They sold 1.2 million
Ooh, that's no good.
for SMT5. So it met none of your expectations. How do you think the stockholders feel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just bet they were livid.
Yeah, so they need Persona numbers. And keep in mind that was just on the Switch. Persona 5 sold 3.2 on the Switch alone.
Yeah.
Persona 5 be selling like hotcakes. But anyway, let's go on to Monster Hunter Wilds, because yes, great sword. Oh my god, I'm finally going to play again. All bow before me. I'm excited.
Heck yeah.
You're allowed to be excited.
I've said it a million times. I'm gonna say it again. I go greatsword because there is no greater sword.
Great sword. Two great swords.
Greater great sword.
The ultra great sword.
Maximum oversword.
Super mega ultra great sword.
But yeah, I'm someone who has been I don't know if I can be called a veteran at this point, but I've been around since 2010 playing these games.
What game was that?
So your choice of that's
old.
considered veteran nowadays. But I have been enjoying the series immensely, and telling me that there is more Monster Hunter, I'm on board instantly. I know I keep saying, guys, be sure to look at games before they get released. You never know what's going to happen. I'm buying Monster Hunter day one, and nothing will stop me.
As is your right.
I'll do everything in my power to not lag too far behind.
Like, I will hunt with all of you if you wish. Especially you, Isaac.
Me.
Join.
Isaac turns out to be the best hunter.
I would love that.
I kind of doubt it.
You may doubt, but you don't know. Folly is still new to the game, unsure if, have you found your weapon? Or are you still trying to figure things out?
I think the closest I got was longsword. I just kind of like how when I remember how to play and I remember the combos and stuff and I start pulling them off, I'm like, hell yes.
Here's a warning though.
Yeah.
Longsword will probably be nerfed next game.
No.
Because Longsword is they buffed Longsword so much in Rise that it is undoubtedly the easiest weapon to play of all, by far, no contest.
Long man.
Wrong ring, wrong rand.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, enjoy it. Enjoy it how it is now, but don't be too upset if you go into the next game going, oh, it doesn't feel as good. Yeah, because it's too good. It deals too much damage for how easy it is to pull off the combos.
Speaking of easy, I kind of hope that they just smidge up the difficulty of hunting horn again, because they made it so easy in Rise that it's a good weapon, but I want them to make it a little bit more complex.
What do you mean? It's already a complex weapon.
Why
In-
nerf Max?
In Rise, they took away like a lot of the like comboing sort of things in Rise, didn't they?
No, they added double notes. Like they made it. They made it so that it can do even more songs, and you just have to choose which one has the songs. They made it more customizable too.
Yeah.
Before, if you you could have a good hunting horn with bad songs, and then you were just kind of worthless. Hunting horn has never been stronger, but then again, hunting horn is consistently like one of the least played weapons in all of Monster Hunter. It needs the buffs or else no one will play it. It's like saying the longsword needs more buffs.
Well, maybe it does. Maybe they should buff
like
all
you're
of my
not
favorites.
killing monsters the fastest fast enough. You just need the, oh, you looked in my general direction and I unsheathed my sword, meaning I cut you 6,000 times.
Heck yeah.
Meanwhile, my journey started as a hammer. I dabbled in the switch axe, then I became a lance main, and now I'm rocking sword and shield.
Oh, you actually switched to sword and shield.
Yeah, I like it better in Rise, but I'm getting used to it in World.
Okay. I
Like, the one thing I wish I could bring to World from Rise is the sword slide when you draw or press both of the attack buttons.
Yeah, we'll see what Wilds has. My adventures in Monster Hunter have been I saw the game Monster Hunter Tri and I said to myself, I'm going to become the best sword and shield user. God, was I wrong. Got my butt kicked. Like, no fun, put the game down, played Dark Souls. Got my butt kicked. But from Dark Souls, I really enjoyed using the Zweihander. So then I picked up the Great Sword in Monster Hunter Tri, and I destroyed everything. So much. So many afternoons of me coming home from school, from high school, and just slaying beasties
Heck yeah.
with my greatsword. And then, yeah, I've just been a greatsword main ever since. I've dabbled with other weapons. It's just like, I'm good with greatswords. Should I try the others? But I'm sorry, nothing beats the greatsword for me. And I'm good with it. Our man can probably vouch for me.
Yeah, he is really good with it, to the point where he was a great sword support class for a while.
I was. I learned how to heal people while greatswording.
He was Dr. Wiggler.
Yep. I had the whole Wiggler setup that made me the ultimate heal support guy, and I was able to heal everyone at every moment. No one ever lost health. Like, if your health was going down, it was already going back up because of me.
Nice.
Yes, he became the master of the Chug Jug.
And Slurp, what's your experience so far? Because I know you're new to Monster Hunter as well.
Yeah, I play games sometime. I don't know. I just picked up Sword and Shield just to be different to everyone else and just play the game. Actually, I don't know if I'd choose Hammer before. I don't know. I think I found the Hammer too slow.
Give it a try. Now that you're like, once you guys get familiar with Monster Hunter, though, feel free to ask us veterans to join. We will crush things for you.
Yeah.
In fact,
sounds
I
We
need
can
good.
sit back and not do anything.
What?
We can sit back and don't do anything.
No, when you get to the harder hunts, everyone needs to contribute.
Because we are good, but we're not that good.
Like,
Realistic.
you might be going, oh, we took down a Magna Malo, like, super easily. Like, I know you're still having trouble with that one, but eventually you'll figure it out. And then I'm going to say, haha, welcome and meet the All-Mother. He will destroy you.
Spoilers, jeez.
Oh, it's not a spoiler if you have no idea what I'm talking about.
But spoiling the viewers and what's going to happen in the Monster Hunter streams, jeez.
The game is like 4 years old, man. I'm not even talking about the DLC. Which has another secret boss, which is so much more horrifying. God, that thing scares me.
We'll get around to playing it eventually, hopefully. Because it was so much
If he gets
fun.
back.
Yeah.
Although I do mean, if you guys want to get back into it, just feel free to invite any of us. Kusha, myself, Artman, Brad, we're all like, you ask us to hunt, we will pick up our weapons and go kill, 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 and then you go, no, I actually need it captured. Cap, cap, cap.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Monster Hunter, it's in our blood. We are hunters. We are all excited. There is weather going to be added. There's a raptor. It has feather wings that can glide. It. By the way, did I mention the weather? It's a freaking electric sandstorm.
Shoot, on Twitter earlier today, I saw somebody show the render of the raptor buddy with a gun on its back, and somebody had made the comment, sees gun on the raptor. Oh, that's awesome. We'll be able to switch weapons. Me, no, that's his gun.
Yeah, I've seen that too. I've seen someone post like Sniper Raptor. Like so excited for Monster Hunter Wilds. But that's 2025. Let's talk about another 2024 game that more people are getting excited about day by day. Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh, yeah? Cool.
Yes.
Dragon's Dogma.
Yes. So, Dragon's Dogma 2. Who here has played the original Dragon's Dogma?
Nope.
Nope.
Yep.
Slurp?
I haven't seen anything about it.
Fair enough. So, Folly, you're going to play Dragon's Dogma sometime.
Oh, okay.
Hugh has mandated it.
No, I'm not forcing her. I'm forcing her to play Thousand Year Door. I can't expect her to do everything.
Busy schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
She also still needs to beat Pikmin and Digimon
yeah.
and Monster Hunter. She's got a list. But
I'm checking it twice.
Dragon's Dogma, they are really pushing for people to buy it because of how low the price of the game is getting on Steam.
Oh yeah, it's one of those like $5 ones when it goes on sale, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I
And
love games.
I don't know if it is right now because it's no longer the fall sale. But when the winter sale comes up, look for it. It's going to be a game where imagine a gameplay similar to that of Monster Hunter, made by Capcom as well. But it's a whole fantasy world with magic and the undead and horrors beyond your imagination and dragons, like actual dragons, not whatever the heck Monster Hunter is.
Funny guys.
Yep. But it's a rather difficult game, but it's fun. I like to be, again, big guy hitting thing with bigger weapon. Also, you can, because it actually has magic in it, the game, you can summon tornadoes and meteors if you're a sorcerer.
Ooh.
And it devastates the landscape. But that being said, Dragon's Dogma 2 is coming out, and it's basically saying, hey guys, you know Dragon's Dogma? Forget it. This is going to be better. And they're showing off new weapons. Bosses larger than anything you've thought of. Because this is, they have shown you can fight a Colossus where you are as big as, smaller than, part of its finger.
Oh.
You have to climb all over it or shoot arrows or magical blasts, try to break its weak points, and then it showed it destroying a bridge. And that's going to be permanent. That bridge is not getting repaired. If you do not save the landscape, you have to you're going to have to deal with that for the rest of the gameplay. And it's going to be massive and important, and I love it. I am excited for the new classes. They showed one new class where you are a mystic spear holder, where you can make clones of yourself as you fight.
Oh yeah,
So cool.
that combines two of my favorite kinds of combat: pole
Clones and spears.
arms. Huh?
Clones and spears.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks so good. I'm very much looking forward to it. And if you're thinking that, oh well, it's probably like still far away if they're showing things that ambitious. Who knows if it's going to come true? It's coming out in March.
Oh my gosh.
Like Dragon's Dogma 2 is only like a little more than 3 months away.
Just a week away.
So be excited. Christmas. It's just a week away.
Just a week away. Wow.
Christmas. Can you believe it? Sorry. So
shan't.
yeah, that's
It's
another one of those
Christmas.
games that I'm super excited for, and it's again just 3 months away.
Wow.
Otherwise, the last game that I'm most excited for, and yes, I saved the best for last, is anyone else got something to say before I say my most excited one? Because I've already said it before.
Nope.
No,
Go
I've got
for it.
nothing to add.
Can we talk about, again, Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth? Because my god, I am so excited for that game. We've already talked about the Yakuza series, but now I get to talk to you about, like, the Yakuza series I was mentioned before was Yakuza 0 through 6. I mentioned that there's another kind of Yakuza, which is 7 and 8. This one is 8. And my god, it's an RPG that looks like it's trying to outdo itself in every single way from the last game. And if you have not seen it, how? I sent you all video clips.
So, apart from the like Animal Crossing Island type thing that they have going on, what else about what you've seen is making you so excited?
There's new jobs, and the job system in Like a Dragon 8 is very similar to that of the old Final Fantasy games, where you have actual jobs. They showed like one of the people you could be is like a samurai. He could just cut people down like no problem. You could be a secret agent. You could be a stunt man. You're able to let's see. I'm pretty sure all the old jobs are back to. They showed a cowboy.
Oh, heck
You're
yeah.
able to become a cowboy, summon a spirit bull, and fight people with it. And it's just like this game is supposed to be realistic, right? Now I don't know. Fun. They also showed a lot of old characters coming back as summons in the game. Like, they show throughout all of Yakuza, there's been a recurring character named Gary Buster Holmes. And his whole thing is that his fists are two giant spiked maces. And it's just like, Kiryu has to fight that. But now, a new character has showed up, and we don't have her English name yet. But she's got the two spiked balls, and her name also ends with Holmes. So it's like Gary Buster Holmes' daughter, ripped muscular woman, now coming in as a summon.
Heck yeah.
Nice.
They show, like, again, it has fan service for all the old Yakuza people because of all the returning characters coming back. They show, like, just to kick butt again. They showed new jobs and abilities. The story is going to be extraordinarily interesting because it, like, just how it starts, I have to know where it goes. Because in the trailers, they just show, hey, Ichiban makes someone mad. He winds up naked in Hawaii.
Hate it when that happens.
So now this Japanese-speaking man has to go through Hawaii and everyone's speaking English. And no one knows what he's saying, and he's got to, like, figure out what's going on. And also, they show that Kiryu is going to be a party member.
Ooh.
So Kiryu's coming back. Like, come on. The two heroes getting together and beating up bad guys? It's like, yes, please, more of that.
Heck yeah.
But yeah, I'm so excited for that one because it's just everything I loved about Like a Dragon, like Yakuza Like a Dragon, not the other Like a Dragon. God, this naming sucks. But it's gonna be like Yakuza Like a Dragon, except better in every way. And that's not gonna say that Like a Dragon wasn't good. It was amazing. But this promises to basically be better without saying it's going to be better.
Nice.
The dev team also have stated this is the largest game they have ever made, ever.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Wow.
And like they said, we thought the last game was big because we made the overall we made the playtime around 80 hours and packed it full of content. Now we have even more content than before, except the area is going to be bigger and it's roughly going to be over 100 hours.
Oh boy.
And I'm like, more Yakuza goodness, please. Please, more.
Gib.
So yeah, whether you're excited for playing the old Yakuza and seeing where the series started, or, I mean, I convinced Max's husband that he should probably check out he's probably going to skip just to 8, because he found out the main character, Ichiban that is addicted to Dragon Quest. That's his only reason. Good for him.
Fine.
But I've rambled enough. If I have not convinced you yet, I recommend looking at trailers. Overall, what did you guys think of our little event? Did you have fun? Were we entertaining?
I had a
had
great
fun.
time.
It was good.
Yeah,
Do
I
you guys
like
think we
this.
might do podcasts again in the future if we come up with other topics to talk about, or maybe do this again next year?
Yeah.
Yeah, heck
Sounds
yeah.
like a good idea.
Okay. Well, I believe that wraps everything up. Unless anyone else has any last games to talk about for whatever reason that we need to discuss.
I have one.
Go for it.
They re-released Tales of Symphonia this year, right?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. Like I wanted to play that game, but I heard like that it wasn't good,
Oh no.
like this port. So I was just like, oh, I guess I'm not playing this game I really wanted to play.
Tales of Symphonia is a wild game. By the way, if you're curious about Tales of Symphonia and don't want to play Tales of Symphonia, I recommend looking up someone named Majular. He made a great video on it.
Well, one thing I have to say about games. Oh, hold on. We got somebody. G-Burbs, the PC port of Symphonia is rough due to the 30 FPS cap.
It's true.
But, one thing I've got to say, and I'm admitting to a problem, that's probably not a problem, but kind of feels like a problem sometimes. Modded Minecraft. I play way too much of it, but it's never not fun. If I'm having trouble with one pack, I can just switch to another pack and have a different kind of fun.
And that's fair.
I know it's not for everybody, but it's hard to deny a game that has that kind of staying power.
That's me with old school RuneScape right now.
I was gonna,
Uh-huh.
I actually had something to say to you about that, Folly, but I felt it might be mean.
What?
I've been seeing you. My Discord keeps saying you're playing old school RuneScape, and I keep wanting to type into your chat. So, old school RuneScape streams when?
Okay. I might actually stream tomorrow. Or at least sometime during this week.
Hey, I'm looking
Fair
forward
enough.
to that.
I'll probably just be lurking then.
Okay, awesome.
But yeah, old school RuneScape used to be my jam 20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yes, 20 years ago, back when I had all my teeth.
Oh my goodness. How'd you suddenly lose your teeth?
Wisdom teeth had to be removed.
Understandable.
Meanwhile, I was more into it when I was in college. So, yeah, that
Well,
was not quite 20. I would say roughly. Give me a second. About 17 years ago, from my point of view.
yeah, I played it when I was in middle school. Back when it was called RuneScape 2.
2? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, because there was like um an even older version before what is now old school RuneScape, wasn't there?
Yeah, but old school RuneScape is RuneScape 2.
Oh yeah. And
But
RuneScape
there
3.
was an even older version.
Yeah.
It's just no
Or
one really
medieval
enjoyed
times.
RuneScape 3 that much.
RuneScape 3 is like it's okay, but I know they've been having
No, in the MMO
monetization.
market, you have to be better than okay.
Yeah.
But old school RuneScape is definitely a force to be respected. It's a chill time no matter what you're doing. Unless we're talking about the whole mob scene that game had.
Yeah.
You guys remember that? Where they used to have like they legit developed their own mafia?
A
Let's
Yakuza, if
see.
you will.
Getting players killed in the Wizard's Tower in RuneScape was wild, according to chat.
Yeah. So like RuneScape back in the day, they basically created their own mafia scene because what would happen is that there was this incredibly lucrative monster somewhere in the wilderness, okay? So players would kill the ridiculously powerful monster, but when they tried to leave, they would be killed by other players. So they hired other players to protect them from the other players while they killed the monster. However, this ended up turning into if you were not part of the protection racket, you would yourselves be killed if you tried to enter that cave.
I feel like I remember hearing this story before.
I'm pretty sure I stated it to some group in our chat before.
I think I
But
saw a
isn't
video
that
about
wild?
it. Or maybe. Yeah, that's wild.
They whether intentionally or unintentionally recreated the mafia.
That's like the World of Warcraft corrupted blood incident. Have you heard of that one?
I was
Yep.
just thinking about that.
It's
And
so
how-
good.
That got really weird because of how the studies showed true that when people got COVID, oh boy, there would be all the groups were there. The people who tried to spread it intentionally,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
people who just pretended it never happened, the people who never tried to do the preventative measures, the ones who tried helping other people and died. All of it was real.
Oh, last I heard though, didn't they apparently not release that information though from World of Warcraft?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I feel like I remember hearing something about like when the pandemic happened, like they like tried getting the information about the blood thing in World of Warcraft or something.
No,
like-
um,
Scientists studied it or something.
Yeah, something like that.
well, scientists have studied it for a long time. This isn't a new event. It was actually regarded as probably the most likely scenario to occur if a real life disease broke out. And it ended up being true.
Hmm.
It was the closest thing we had to that kind of information of how society would react to it. Not the actual medicine or anything regarding, but we as a society would react based on the Warcraft scenario, and it did.
Hmm.
And that's horrifying to think about.
Society.
Society. We do live in a society. The Joker was right.
True. Darn that Joker.
That dang old Joker.
Anyway, any last words? Otherwise, we could probably rate out.
Video games
No.
good.
Yeah, video games fun.
Mm-hmm. Always practice moderation, though.
No,
Yeah.
In
do
everything you do.
all at once.
Everything everywhere all at once.
I'm gonna rate Brad.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
We gonna do a group raid or?
We can.
I don't see why
I'm about to hit the enter
not.
button. You guys want to join?
Good thing I don't have to do
Yeah.
this. I could just be a part of all your raids.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
guess
Folly,
it's.
you ready?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll raid Brad. Hold on, let me grab his name.
All right. Raid.
All right, see you on
Brad.
that side.
Yep. 3, 2, 1, raid.
I'll be behind you guys a little bit.
All right, I'll just talk to chat real quick. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming today. This was fun. Except I have needed to get up and stretch my legs for like the last 3 hours. So we're gonna go see Brad. He's playing some space game.
All right. Have fun. Be nice. Let's do this Reploid raid.
All right. Close their chats. I had their chats open. Is it? Oh yeah, it is. Cool. Okay. See you guys on the other side. I'll let you guys know if I stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll just be RuneScape. Okay?